Hello, hello, welcome. Please come in. How's everybody's Sunday doing? Hope everybody's having fun. Hope everybody's ready for some silly randomizer times here on the Zephyros_gaming program. Glad everybody could show up. Could make it to this stream a little bit early. Hello, Andrew and Grim. Twitch, hooray, second, Prinny. First time catching live, well, welcome on in. Today we're doing Phantasy Star IV Randomizer. Hello, Telekin. Yes, this is, I think in the stream description I put that this is the first RPG I played. I don't actually know that that's 100% certain. There are a couple of games that we had there are a couple games that might fit that. It is the first one I remember playing. And I think it is the first RPG I played. I know we had some in the house before that, but I don't remember exactly. I am also a little bit groggy because I just woke up from a nap. Because I was going to get some work done this afternoon, and I was very tired, and so instead I slept. So I am attempting to wake up now. And in probably an hour, I'm going to need to go grab my coffee out of the freezer, so. It wasn't my first RPG, but buying this for $90 when I was 10 was basically my first mortgage, yeah. Yeah, I was glancing at the Wikipedia page leading up to this stream, and I saw that it like retailed in the US for $100, and I'm like, in 1995 or 6, whatever year it came out in the States, and I'm like, that's wild. I was a tiny child, so I was not buying anything, but. When did you start multi-streaming on Twitch too? Oh, I'm not. I was saying hi to the person in chat whose name says Twitch. No, I don't multi-stream. I've looked at it, and at some point I might, but I have not yet. Anyway, let us get over to the game and make sure I have everything set up correctly, which, you know, we'll find out. Okay, so the game has popped up. Oh god, that's so loud in my ears. Hold on. How does the volume sound for everyone else? I need to turn my volume down because I forgot to do that. But how? Oh, that's gonna be way too loud. That's all I can. Sorry, I was busy turning it down on my end, and then I looked at the waveforms and I'm like, oh, that's so loud. Okay, I have turned it down to -10. Is this still too loud? It looks like it would be a little too loud. Still. But I want to give people a chance to, you know, confirm or reject that claim. I mean, the intro is quite loud. Back over. The music is fairly loud, but the music's pretty omnipresent. Let's turn it down. Let's get it right there. And unless someone tells me otherwise, this will do. This is available on Switch Online, right? I think so. What I will say is if you can find, there's a ton of, like, old Sega Genesis bundles. I think literally all of them have Phantasy Star IV in it. And I heartily recommend this game if you have not played it. It does a fun thing. Feels okay now on a smart TV. Cool. Okay. Yeah, this is probably, like, about as loud as it's gonna get, but the music will play the whole time. But yeah, anyways, it's a good game. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a classic RPG. And it does a fun thing when it tells story where it has, like... I saw them described as, like, manga panels that pop up. So, but anyway, we're gonna pop in now. So we start. So, first thing is we're going to start in a random location. Why? Oh, right. And then we're gonna check. So, we have gotten to start in the spaceport. Basically, the way this randomizer works is it's very, it works the way many, like, open world randomizers do, where everything is available from the start, but you may need specific key items to access locations. So, I did randomize party members. As party members go, this is not really good at all. Yeah, Seth is awful. Grise is almost as bad. Ren is okay. The problem is having an android makes healing more complicated. Raja is good but slow, and Elise is fine if we get one of her skills, and bad if we don't. So, in addition to that randomization, the skills we learn are randomized. Okay, so Elise has started with Vortex, which is great. Normally her basic attacks hit all enemies on screen. Vortex focuses her attack on a single enemy, and that's kind of the only way she's, like, usable as a damage dealer. Raja learns Zan and Holy Word. Okay, those are both awful. And Grise has learned... Okay. Grise is gonna be a healer, apparently, because Miracle heals the entire party and also heals Ren, even though he's an android. And Ren knows Recover, which I think he always does, even randomized. Yeah, we're hoping Raja either gets good healing or good damage spells. Because Raja is slow but has a really high mental stat. Hello, Blade. So how useful he is really depends on what random skills he learns. And then Seth knows garbage. Seth is going to be bad, is unfortunately the reality we're faced with. Our inventory at the start is going to be the Hydrofoil. Woo! Which lets us go anywhere on most of the worlds. And the Rapid Cap, which we can equip to turn off random encounters. Making notes. Androids are awkward to heal. Yeah, basically, androids, by and large, cannot be healed with healing magic. Oh, right. I did forget about that. So the entrances are also randomized. So instead of going where I think they'll go, they're going to lead to, like, a random town. So, okay. So MST is Mesta. M-E-S-E-T-A. I will also point out that everything in this game is spelled, all of the words in this game are nonsense. We'll just kill everything. So, you may see a word, and I may pronounce it away, and you may disagree, and that's fine. Because everything is nonsense. Grasshound, I'm gonna need you to be dead. Also, I should equip the Rappy Cap so I can stop being in random encounters. Yeah, it's spelled M-E-S-E-T-A. I pronounce it Mesta. I don't think that's probably correct. All right. Okay, so Elise has already leveled up because we've gotten a lot of experience. Star, okay. That is an all-target healing. It won't affect Ren because he is an android, but everyone else can benefit from that. And Zan, Raja gets Res. Torsion is okay. Doran is, complete trash. Mind Blast is trash. Rise. Ryuka, okay. So the battle UI is like that because we're in a vehicle. They don't normally look like that. Ryuka's really good because it lets you teleport between towns. Ren learned Flare, which is fine. Burst Rock, which is good. Seth is gonna learn... I don't remember when Seth learns skills, actually. Okay. Anyway. So we've just gained 6 levels immediately. And let's go ahead... Oh, I should rearrange the party. So the way this game works is characters in the front are more likely to be targeted, so I'm going to put my party in roughly the order of how durable they are. And I feel like, actually, Grimes getting Miracle might actually be good, because he gets a lot of uses, and it does heal a lot of health. Alright, let's go ahead and save. And then we're going to equip Raja with the Rappy Cap, because we don't want to get... Yeah, Yeah, I know in-game, I believe he always knows all of his skills right out the gate, but he will learn 3 more, because every character learns skills at the same level they normally would, just what they learn is randomized. Okay, we found the first town, so that's exciting. I am curious if the dungeon under Piata is still here. It is. Okay. That means we can go... Telepipe is completely worthless because we have Ryuka. Which lets us... Telepipe... Escape Pipe. Okay, that might be good. Because there is a technique in this game called Highness, or Hanas, I have no idea how it's supposed to be pronounced, that lets you exit dungeons, and hopefully a character will learn it for convenience, but if not, we'll need those escape pipes to save time. Alright, and we save, and we see what the first boss is. Dark Rider? Where would a Dark Rider show up in this game? Okay. And you don't... What does Shadow do? I think it boosts evasion or something? Oh, actually, I might be able to Healing Word this. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Okay, that is instant deathable. So we've killed the first boss. And leveled up again. Hey, Highness! Okay. Vahal Key. Okay, that unlocks one of the hardest dungeons in the game. I am going to use this escape pipe just so I don't have it anymore. Okay, so good news, we have, good news is we have our 2 mobility aiding spells that let us teleport to other towns and let us, exit dungeons very quickly. Both of which are very good. So, what do we got here? Nalia has literally nothing valuable for us. Zima. There's some treasure chests I can get here? No, there are not. I forgot. I need an item to get into there. Okay. Well, we've at least found Zima. Actually, how do those show up on the... Oh, Grise doesn't have enough TP to... Okay, well, I need to heal Grise, because apparently he can't... is that first dungeon supposed to be that short? Yes. Yeah, the first dungeon in the game is... like 3 screens long. Oh. I see. They have also randomized, I love these. They're so cute. I didn't realize the location randomizer would randomize locations from other planets. Oh, I should really probably take notes, and I'm simply not going to do that. Anyway, that creates complications. It does not even need to be on the same planet. I did not realize that. Okay, here, I need some key item to get in here, so I can't do that yet. Let's go... I've actually never done the, entrance randomizer, because that is newer than the last time I played this, so... Tono... Oh, will this give me a dungeon? Can I access this place? There is normally a dungeon here, and I can't remember. Also... Okay, no. Okay. There's normally a dungeon here, and I can't remember if you need an item to get into it. And I'm going to... Okay. This is the... debatably third or fourth dungeon, depending on how you're counting. Walks in, insults the decor, leaves. I mean, yeah. It is a gross chair. Hello, Alias. Yeah, narrative spoilers for this game. But one of the characters does indeed die, and it is... the scene where she dies is actually really well done, and very sad. Especially for, like, a 6-year-old. Ooh, ceramic axe. Okay, I was waiting. I at some point need to get some better weapons. No, there's nothing here. Yeah, don't read Alice's message if you don't want to be spoiled. On the other hand, this game is 30 years old. So... And this is a randomizer. Stuff is going to get spoiled. Quest 64. I have heard of Quest 64. I haven't heard, like, anything, Is Quest 64 good? I've heard not the best things about it. Quest 64 was cool? Okay. That's good. Yeah, we got an N64, like, pretty late. Yeah, trust me, I understand. Sapphire? What is... I don't remember what this does. Opens the valley maze. Oh, okay. Cool. And a telepipe. Okay. Was it Elise who has high notes? Whee! Okay. Yeah, trust me, I was thinking, as I was thinking about how old the game is, I realized it was 30 years old, and I'm like, oh, it is. Yeah. Yeah, if you're interested in playing Phantasy Star IV, there are many ways to do it, legitimately, and it is a very good game. I do recommend it. Anyway, where was it Krupp? I'm guessing it was Krupp. Oh, Grise still does not have enough. Okay. Grise does have Ryuka to teleport me, apparently. What in the world is this? But apparently does not actually have the TP to actually cast it. Oh. No, wait, this isn't the Valley Maze. I'm in the wrong place. Highly recommend the fan Oh, there's a fan retranslation. Ooh, that's nice. Because, yeah, the original translation of Phantasy Star IV is, not great. But no, you can fully skip, it is on every Sega Genesis collection, yeah. They're like FF. They're technically more connected than Final Fantasy. Ooh, Frost Axe. They're technically more connected than Final Fantasies. Ooh, that's gonna be some big damage. Because they do all happen like in the same universe, about 1,000 years apart from each other. But no, you do not. Other than 3, which has weird stuff going on with it that I won't get into. But no, you do not need to play the others to enjoy Phantasy Star IV. You may get some connections that you wouldn't otherwise. But for the most part, basically entirely, Phantasy Star IV tells you all of the background lore you need to know. Oh, Deezo Ring. Okay, so I just found the Deezo Ring, which is one of the 5 rings I need to unlock the final dungeon. We're a 5th of the way there, team. Yeah, same universe, different time, so kind of like Star Ocean. And it's very much... There is stuff in this game that will reference the prior 3, but they will give you all of the narrative information you need. You may just not have as much personal context because you didn't play the prior games. So, no, I would say... Oh, hello, Gumbia's Temple. So no, you don't need to play the first 3 to enjoy the 4th. The 4th was the only one I played for a very long time. I don't think I played 1, 2, or 3 until the early 2000s, probably. Is any of this useful? Not really. Well, better dagger for Seth. But yeah, Final Fantasy is completely... For the most part, those are completely different worlds. Whereas all of the Phantasy Star games do exist in the same, like, universe. Or the same star system, about 1,000 years apart from each other. Alright, let's get out of here. Telepipe. Where? I don't know where I'm going. They've also, like, rearranged... Okay, there we go. They've also changed the menu for teleporting, so it's showing what the location actually is, and it's throwing me off. Oh, I don't want to be here, actually. I will die. Okay, that's good to know. That is a later game dungeon that I'm not quite at all high enough level to face. Catery, yes, I can get... There's a treasure here I can grab while I'm here. Is it this house? Yeah, it's this house. The arrow prism. What does that actually do in the rando? You using the overworld to warp to the air castle. Okay, so I've got a lot of fairly late game dungeons that I definitely don't want to do yet. So that's fun. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, passageway is not randomized. That's... Oh, it's probably because it has 2 entrances. Wave shot. Okay, that's a better gun for Ren. Yeah, Phantasy Star is really odd because it goes from... They released 4 of them for the Sega Genesis. Actually, was the first one on the Sega Genesis or was it on the prior console? I don't remember. And then they next released an MMO on the... Ooh, Swift Helm. I love the Swift Helm. And then they released... Oh, no. Can someone else equip the Swift Helm? Maybe I don't care about the Swift Helm. Never mind. The Swift Helm is garbage for me. Yeah, it might have been the Master System for the first one. I don't know for sure on that. And then they next released an MMO on the Sega Dreamcast, like 100 years before that you would think an MMO would be viable. So it's been a wild ride. First was Master System. Okay, thank you. What we got in here? Mulcom. Ooh, there's, there'll be... Hello, you. Amber Eye. Okay. Those... So Amber Eyes you exchange for, the best items in the game. You had the broadband adapter? Yeah. Yes, and PSO, I say MMO, that's not technically correct. It's probably more accurately an MO RPG. Is that what it is? Or an ORPG? You can play it single player. It's not like a massively multiplayer online RPG. It's a multiplayer online RPG, which is different. But it was still on the Dreamcast, like way earlier than you would think it would be. Okay, so this is the plate system. I cannot get in here. But I will hit the interact button several times so we can rapidly click through this dialogue. Okay. So we're kind of... We have some dungeons we can access, but they're all kind of a little strong for me right now. Let's see what's over here. Town. There's no treasure chest in that town. I didn't mean to save. Okay, so this is the second to last dungeon. Fortunately, we don't have random encounters because we have the Rappy Cap to turn those off. And there are treasure chests here, so I might as well pick those up while I'm here. But we won't actually be finishing this until later. Because I can tell you right now, whatever boss is at the top of this tower would absolutely kill me. And no money. To put the MMO in perspective, EverQuest launched 6 months before. Wow. But yeah, I did not have a Dreamcast, so I did not play PSO on that, but I did get to play on the GameCube because they re-released Phantasy Star Online, and I did some local play with friends. That was fun. But yeah, those were very, very early days for the online RPG, as it were. This is the boss, right? Yeah. EQ with a dial-up connection. Yeah. Definitely a time to be alive. Yeah, at some point, I had a GameCube. Actually, I technically still have a GameCube. It might even technically still work. But yeah, I have PSO 1 and 2, and I have, PSO 3, which they turned into, like, a card battler for some reason. Phantasy Star is a very weird series to try and follow. One thing I've also been looking up is if there's any easy way to play any of the Phantasy Star Online, the later ones, like the PSP one or the PS2 one. Wow, I'm just getting no good drops. At least get us out of here. Okay. So we will come back to deal with that later. Okay, this is a town that has no treasures. Let's see what the Ladea Tower is. Yeah, Phantasy Star Universe. When was the last time I saved, everybody? Because we may be about to encounter a team wipe because we ended up in one of the dungeons where a boss fight starts automatically. It was probably recent. It's probably recent. Yeah. Okay. So I probably saved recently. If I didn't, we've lost a little bit of progress, but that's okay. Okay, I literally saved outside. Good. Because, yeah, that will... Yeah. We're not going in there because they can one-shot my entire party, and there's 4 of them. But yes, I've played the Phantasy Star Universe, and then... Is it Phantasy Star Universe 2? That was the PSP version? Alright, there is one more dungeon we can... No, there's a couple more dungeons, actually. That's right. Okay. So that is a dungeon that we cannot enter at all right now. Because... normally you need a magical MacGuffin sword to open that dungeon. And it looks like the way they handled that with the entrance randomizer is to immediately kick you out when you enter. And now I have to remember where... Nope, I'm right back. Yeah, I saw Phantasy Star, what is it, Genesis or something, too, and I'm like, I played it very briefly and was like, this is not what I want. This is not what I want in my life, so... I preferred the older versions that were a little more interesting to me. Is this where I need to be? Well, it's a new place, but it is not helpful. Alright, we got another dungeon here. This we can do. Okay, we found a new dungeon, everyone. Oh, I really should be writing down where any of these dungeons are, because I have 100% forgotten. Lako axe and a Lako. Okay. Game, can you give me a weapon that isn't for Grise? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad he has one of the best axes in the game already, but the rest of the party would also like some equipment. Any speed up for dungeon crawling? I don't... Did I... No, I don't have any speed up options here, so... We're just gonna have to listen to the good music. At normal speed. A frost axe. What is happening? I found 7 axes. Titan shield. That might actually be useful for... No, let's do that too. I found like 9 axes for Grise and nothing for anyone else, and I'm very confused. Very, very confusing. Alright. And this isn't... There's so many dungeons in the first world that don't have... machine key. Actually, what does that do in the context of the randomizer? It opens the machine center. Okay. Alright, Agnes. Yeah, and my axe, but they just keep saying it over and over again. Let me actually... Alright, I still don't have enough. I need to level up at some point so Grise can cast Ryuka so I can actually teleport. Right, that's... and then, okay, machine key, that will give me something. Where am I lost? How am I lost? There I am. Okay, that opens up the machine center. I don't... Oh, that's right, they put Zell in here. Okay, laser slasher, stun shot... I don't know what that was. I will check it in a minute. It was a mage... Oh, okay. Well, I have 2 mage daggers. That might actually make Seth fairly good. I assume these boost mental power? They do. Okay. Is this better? No. Worse. There's nothing... Wait, I have 2 Lako axes? What is happening? Oh my gosh. Elise, did you get anything? You got a laser slasher. Okay. And Raja has nothing. Okay. We'll go talk to Ren, who I assume is going to be replaced with someone up here. Hello, Kyra and Amber Eye. Okay. I will need to find the town that I can exchange those in. Yeah, what I'm really looking for right now is Zio's Fort. That would be sort of the dream. Actually, what I should do is I should go to a town and I should sell all the junk out of my inventory. Because you get a lot of junk in this game. Hello. Let's sell the circlet. Keep the moon doing the Stardew. Sell that. Yes, yeah, Elise can dual-wield slashers. For now, I'm doing slasher and shield because, bluntly, I don't have 2 slashers that are decent enough to, like, warrant the reduction in her durability. Is it a limited yes. Basically, you can have 5 pages worth of items, and at that point, you can no longer pick things up. So, I do have to occasionally go through and sell a bunch of things so that stops being a problem. It is mildly annoying in the rando because you are picking up a lot of things. knife, plasma dagger. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's see here. I think then... No, there's one more town I can check. I don't even know exactly what I'm looking for, but there is one more town on this planet that I can go to entirely just to see where it leads. And it's like down here? Yeah. Huh, funny. Turning go. And then that's, I think, it. Oh, did I ever actually go into Catery? I don't remember if I went into Catery. That is not Catery. Yes, yeah. For Rune and usually Han, I just dual wield shields with them because otherwise they just die. Yes, I did go in there. That's right. And I went in Zio's Fort, right? Yes, plate system, which I cannot explore. All right. Okay, let's go to Dezolis, which I think... How does one get off planet? Like this. You take a spaceship. Yeah, question answered. Yep. Krupp, there's no items here. Alright, let's see what's here. Rochelle. Oh, okay. I may be able to make this work, because I think this thing only has single target attacks. We will find out. I am incorrect, and I am dead. Okay. So noted. I see. I have found 2 locations that will attempt to murder me immediately. Alright, we're doing great so far. Oh boy. Was that big red owl laughing at us? Yeah, basically. Alright, let's give this another shot. Okay, this one I can enter just to... I don't actually know if I need to... So normally you can only warp to places you've been. I feel like the warp menu is opening everything, so I may not even need to go into these places, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Although, there are treasures here. Okay. There are a few treasures I can pick up here. And then I think we're actually done on Dezolis until I get enough TP to teleport, and then I might be able to access other areas of the map. I'll have to find that out. But we have one more world we can access. I think there's actually only one treasure. No, I think there's 2. There's 2. The Algo Ring. Okay, well that's 2 of the rings we need to beat the game. So that's fun. No, it's Elise. Oh right, I can't use Ryuka because I don't have enough TP. Ooh, Valkyrie Profile. I really enjoyed the first game and the second. And then kind of stopped caring about it. And they released a new one, what was it, like 5 or 6 years ago or something? And it wasn't very good, is my understanding. Okay, so we have completed Dezolis, I believe. Sir, get out of my way. Move yourself. Okay. We're gonna avoid that town, because I will die. We do have a couple more things we can accomplish before I have to start fiddling. Let's go to Rykros. I decide what I want to do after that. Oh, I guess there are treasures here as well. And there's 3 dungeons here that I can access, so I can see what we're working with. The EU's version of Silmeria was unplayable after a point. That's a bummer. Silmeria was pretty good. Primate and money. Okay, none of that is useful to me. Ceramic gear, that's for Ren, right? Okay, but it's not useful because I already have a ring for him. And as everyone knows, rings are headgear. Write that down. Let's see here. Okay, so that's the second strongest dungeon in the game. I'm really doing a great job finding late game dungeons. What you got for me? Hey, Zio's Fort! Ring short for earring? You know what? That may genuinely be correct. Okay, so this is where I want it to be. This is sort of the next dungeon in difficulty progression. It would just crash in the fight when you tried leaving Yggdrasil? Wow, that sucks. 2200 Mesta. Let me grab the treasure here. But yeah, this has a lot of, a decent number of treasures and the next, like, boss in level progression, which should get us a decent ways. Okay, another escapipe. Escapipe. More money I don't care about. In. And those stairs we can't head down because we need a key item to unlock that. Escapipo. And we may need to do a little bit of leveling before I can actually kill the boss here. Depending on what it is randomized into. Lako Shield. Okay, Elise, you're gonna get a Lako Shield. Yeah, I love the sci-fi RPG-ness of this game. Some online plays say it's because it detects if any save files on your memory card were altered. Oh, that's weird. And it either does a bad job of it or doesn't know what it's looking for. That's frustrating. They should re-release that somewhere. There's a lot of old games that I would love for them to re-release so that they can... Because there's plenty of, like, classic games that I would love to recommend to people. And then I'm like, oh, there's no way for you to play this. Ooh, Dream Rod. Okay, that's a better weapon for Raja, which does boost his mental power, which is the only stat I actually care about for him. Because I just want him to be able to deal more damage. All right. Boss time, everybody. Ooh, okay, this is... Rephase, Medjed, and the third Rycross Tower were missed from the official strategy guide? That's incredibly embarrassing. There aren't that many places on, there are not that many locations on Rycross. How do you miss one? This may be doable, but it also might not be. This boss deals a lot of physical damage, and I do not yet have anything that will increase my physical defense. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Okay. We're gonna keep going, but I might die here. If so, we'll take a bit to do just a little bit of grinding just to get a few more levels up. Hard to say. Just attack with you. If I'm lucky, he'll keep targeting Ren, who is fairly durable, or Grise. Okay. This may be doable. If I get lucky with the enemy targeting, we may actually be able to do this. Yeah, I don't really... Well, let's go Coercion, because it's an attacking spell. Okay. Yeah, I'm really struggling because I don't have any of the buffs I would want to have. Okay! We did it! Okay, Ren. I'd love for you to learn Barrier, my guy. Nope, Stasis Beam is junk. Grise doesn't learn any abilities until later. Elise got Warcry. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. So Warcry boosts Elise's physical attack power, and she does have Vortex, so Elise may actually be a little bit cooking in the rando. Mind Blast is garbage. Seth might learn something at some point. Raja learned Ryuka, so that's kind of a duplication. And Highness. Okay, so I have two people with Ryuka and Highness, but at least Raja actually has the TP to cast both of them, which Grise does not. Rimit is garbage. Gifoy is an okay attacking spell. Okay. I'm not super mad. I will say that I would love to have any buffs. Any kind whatsoever would be just delightful. And a laser barrier. Okay, well, that's garbage. In the base game, no, in the base game, Grise has TP. He doesn't have very much of it, but he learns Bros early on. He might actually start with it. You should never use Bros because it's very bad and basically not worth using at all, but he does actually have a single technique. Or technique. Using FF12 vocabulary. And yeah, we could do random encounters to level up so we could learn some more abilities. But at a certain point, we just sort of have to hope we get some buffing spells. Because if not, we could be in trouble, because buffs are very, very important. And currently... Ooh, Reflect Shield. Can Elise equip that? She can. It's apparently worse. The only buff we have right now is on Elise, and it is to boost her attack, which is fine, but not really what I need. Ideally, we'd want Barrier and Warla or Daban and Sanner. Would be the ideal that we are looking for. But the one good thing about Raja being in the party is he does learn the most techniques of any character in the game. So at least in theory, he has a higher chance of... We have a higher chance of learning some useful techniques than we otherwise would. The big problem is Seth and Ren do not learn techniques. So that is two characters who cannot learn some of the more useful techniques, which is a little bit of a bummer. But we'll see how it goes. All right. Well, that is this world done. Where are we going next? We go to Curran, or Curran. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. We can try there and see what they have. Okay. I'm guessing by its nature it is not randomized, and this is a reasonable level for me to do. Okay. And this is a fairly large dungeon that has a lot of treasures, so we're hoping for some good gear, some good items, and hoping for a boss at the end that scales well. And a repair kit. Okay. How's my inventory? I'm at 3 pages. Okay, we got space. Money, don't care. Okay. And then depending on what we get from here, I'm not sure what we do next. We do have some more dungeons that we might be able to get access to now that we've gotten more levels. Undecided on that. Because I think we can kill that red bird. Plasma rifle. Okay, that is better than what we have, so Ren has a better gun now. Huzzah. We love better guns. Yeah, the very angry bird that killed us in a single turn, because it had no patience for my nonsense, which I understand, but I do still have to kill it. You get a reflect suit. I've also gotten a decent amount of better armor for defenses, which is a big deal. So that is probably going to be enough to see us through. This and then the other murder dungeons. And then we'll get to play a game of, do I remember where any of the places I tried to go previously that I was underleveled and need to redo are? And the answer is going to be almost certainly no. We will not get new party members. This is the dream team. These 5 characters are who we start with, and that's all we get. So with the rando, you can select the party you want. If you want to, or you can just leave it random. I elected to randomize it for the stream because I thought it'd be funny. And it gave me a pretty awful party composition. Oh, I'm absolutely not going to win this fight. Is there any world in which I don't get absolutely wrecked here? I suspect the answer is no. I am going to try regardless. But, spoiler, for the next, I don't know, minute and a half, this is probably not going to go super well. Okay, actually, maybe it is. Honestly, I was expecting them to be dealing more damage, but as long as I don't all-target them, their basic magic spells don't actually seem to have... Oh, there it is. That's right. Yeah, that's not good. Especially because Grides was my only healer. It's not great. Because their basic attack does not scale down in the way it probably should. And I can't use Coercion because, spoiler, if you use an all-target attack in this boss fight, all 3 of them counterattack individually with an attack that will wreck your party. Yeah, no, there's no way we can win this. Okay. Yep. That tracks. That's about what I expected. I lasted longer than I thought I would. But yeah, I think looking at my party, I would put most of these characters in the bottom half of playable characters in this game as far as usefulness goes in a randomizer setup. I think Raja is the only one that I would qualify as good, and that's just because he's very strong. All right, so we're gonna leave. Actually, you know what? What we'll do? Let's go ahead and unequip the Rappy Ring, or the Rappy Cap, and just get a little bit of experience. Just get a little bit of experience here. Oh, I hate these. Vortex. I really need to learn some better skills. Oh. Nothing. Vision. Okay, absolute trash. Gigra is okay, but not great. Explode is garbage. Okay. You know what? Let's put that Rappy Cap back on. We're gonna go back and we're gonna go kill that bird that screamed at us earlier. That's my new plan. My plan is kill the bird that screamed at me because it hurt my feelings. I think when I was randomizing the game, when I was randomizing the characters and choosing to have them be random, the characters I was like, I hope I don't get stuck with are Elise, Seth, and Grise. Those are the three I was like, I hopefully won't get any of them in my party. I got all three. Do I know where to find that bird? Yes, that bird I do know where to find. It's right here. Because it's the only one that's actually a town. Whereas most of them are not. Do I have... Let's Mind Blast. My goal, if I can instant kill it before it has a chance to, like, do anything. There we go. Because you can use instant death attacks on that, because it's not, like, a boss. Ren. Okay, Grise. Grise only learns one more skill, so I just have to kind of hope it's useful. Gizan is something. Alright, Raja. Gizan is bad. Oof. Oofa doofa. Okay. Have I learned any good anything? You have nothing that is that useful. You have Miracle, which is genuinely very, very good. Oh boy. Okay, we're struggling. We're struggling here. We've learned a lot of really bad abilities. This might end up being a little more difficult than normal. Oh, one thing I did want to check. Can I warp to... Yes. Okay, so I can warp to locations that are not... that I don't actually have access to because I don't have the, So normally to get past these, like, snow mountains, you need a plot item called the Ice Digger. But apparently with the entrance randomizer, you can just bypass that. And that means I can access a boss. Oh, hello. Let's just attack. Do you have... You... we'll go Giga. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what Shadow does. Okay, so we just need to kill these. This is another, like, boss replacement enemy. And I think it should be fairly easy for us to kill. I probably should have rested, actually, so I got back my instant death attacks. Because those could actually probably have dealt more damage, but... You know, a smarter me would have done differently. Yeah, Keys, where are you? I need you to be here so that I can find all the things I need. It's very important. Because right now we haven't gotten any really particularly good skills at all. All right, Ren, Grise, Elise, Seth, Raja? Okay. Ooh, the Victor Axe. Okay, so, once again, Grise is getting all the best things in the game. The Victor Axe is the strongest weapon in the game. Which is actually good, because it deals energy damage, which is super effective against evil enemies. Which will actually account for the trio. So that is one step closer to beating the trio in Curran. Okay, where else? What else was here? Ooh, I should go to Tyler, because this is actually a dungeon. Now that I'm remembering. Unless I need an item. I do not need an item. Huzzah! There's a dungeon. Yeah, there is the Shadow Saber, which can underflow Chaz's stats if you get it at a low enough level. Weren't you saying something about resting? You know, Blade, I sure was saying something about resting. And you know what I didn't do? When I say evil, I mean specifically like spawns of the main villain force. Most enemies are not actually like evil. They're like natural forces or robots. All right, have a good one, music. But like all of the like big antagonists are evil. Snow Crown. Okay, so that's nothing. I mean, it's better armor, so it's not bad. Let's see, what else do we got from you? Oh, I don't have enough for... That's a problem. Hey, Grise, do you have enough for Ryuka? Why does it say you don't have enough TP? Okay, well, I guess I have to pay for an inn now. Hello, Nicholas. We're having fun. We've gotten randomized with one of the worst party comps I've ever seen in a randomizer. And we're struggling along. We don't have any buffs yet. Not enough TP. Okay, I think Grise is glitched. Alright, have a good one, Finny. I think Grise may be glitched because Ryuka does not cost 40 TP. 36. Uzo, I don't care about. Esper Mansion I should go to. Oh, it costs 50 TP. Okay, never mind. I think they modified it in the randomizer. Oh, I can't get in here. That's right. There's a key item I need for that. Why am I warping? Is there something in Termite I need? Yes! Yes, the guard shop is here. I think the shop where I exchange Amber Eyes for things is here. Nope, I'm not doing that. Okay, I think they made, Ryuka costs more TP in this, because it does not cost 50 in the base game. I was like, Grise should have enough. Yeah, it's not a low level, it's a low power run. Oh yeah, we're gonna level up as much as I can, but wow. My party is bad, and so far they have not learned any abilities to make them not bad. So we're struggling a little bit. This is also my first time doing entrance randomizer for this game, so I'm very unfamiliar with it. So we're struggling a little bit there as well, just because of the lack of the knowledge gap. Okay, so having Termite is good. Seth is rocking Explode, which is very nice for the, like, 2 fights that'll happen where instant death is a thing I can do. Oh, right, I don't have enough TP to... Yes, yeah, Seth counts as a real character. He joins the party, he exists. He has all of the stats of Han and none of the techniques. And instead learns 4 skills, of which 2 are worthless. Completely worthless. Alright, let's see. Oh boy. Where do I go? Let me check. I don't think Raja Temple has any checks. No. Okay, I didn't think so. Okay. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to head back to... Where am I going? Okay. So my plan is we're gonna head back to Batavia. And there was a dungeon here that I've already forgotten which dungeon it is. Okay, can't access that. The plate system is not randomized. You know, let's go to the Ladea. Let's heal, because Raja has absolutely no TP left, and I would like him to have some. Raja, Ryuka, what would it be? It'd be Mulcom. That is not where I thought I was teleporting, but that's okay. This isn't even close to where I want to be. I don't know what I'm doing. Chat, I'm losing my mind. Where did I want to go? No, yeah. Monson. Monson is where I wanted to go. You had your mind? I assure you I had my mind briefly at some point. Because this crevasse, called The Hole, which is a naming decision, does have a boss at the end of it. And I'm curious what that boss is, to see if we can kill it. It might be a little too high of a level for us right now, but we're gonna give it a shot anyway. Okay, actually that's pretty good, because this thing should be affectable by a bunch of the instant death effects I have, so this might be doable as long as I get off an attack before it does anything. Alright, thank you, Seth. Ren learned Medic Power. Okay, that is genuinely very, very good. So Medic Power restores a small amount of HP to all allies, and it also raises characters who have been KO'd. So Medic Power is actually quite good. Elise... Anything? Seth? Seth, you want to learn something? No? Okay. Raja learned Giwat, which is fine, and that's it. Okay. And an Amber Eye. Yes, it does have a randomizer, and it's quite good. I recommend it. Okay. That was definitely worth it. Let me think. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rest, and then I'm gonna go back to the Ladea Tower. Yeah, this is the most useful Seth has been in any playthrough. Very true. And to be fair, he still learns 2 more skills. It is possible he could end up being useful. It isn't likely, but he could. Where do I need to go? Is it Ryuon? No, that's actually one earlier. Oh, thanks, Commander. I enjoy making them. Where did you get the randomizer? If you search Profound Distortion, there's a whole website about it. And no, I believe you have to have you have to have a Genesis set up. Okay, so we're still gonna try this fight. I may just die, but I have gotten a lot of health. And we're gonna try and explode you. I think Holy Word kills them, right? I don't actually know... Alright, so that's not looking super doable. How not doable is that, though? Let's give it another try. Stasis Beam... Mind Blast. I don't even know if Mind Blast works on these. I'm always confused about what specific enemies can be affected by. It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, that's not doable. How impossible is that? Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. It's like, how impossible is it? It can't be that impossible. Yeah, that's simply not going to be doable. What other dungeons were there that we didn't do? Yeah, I think... So, if we got lucky, that is more doable. However, my party is too slow, so they're going after everything. That is not doable. I can tell you that right now. Valley Maze is not randomized because it has 2 entrances, and we already went through it anyway. Birth Valley I can't access yet. What was Zio's Fort again? Plate system, which I can't do. Dezolis. Are there any dungeons I can access on Dezolis without the Ice Digger? The answer is no. However, I think I can beat the trio now. Because I think Ren can heal well enough, and Grise will deal bonus damage with his axe now. So I think we might be able to take out the trio. That's what I'm going to hope. I'm going to hope we can take out the trio, and I'm going to hope it gives us something usable, basically. And if that doesn't work, I don't have a follow-up in that sense, actually. I'm just going to believe it's going to work, and it's going to work, and we're going to be fine. How's that sound, chat? Yeah, the thing with the trio is their spells are pretty weak, so I don't need to worry about them, but their, like, basic attack that's just like a lightning bolt is absolutely devastating. So as long as I get lucky and they don't use that a ton, we should be okay. But I really need to hope I get, especially some of the defensive buffs. Sorry if it's a dumb question. It's not a dumb question. You're always allowed. It is a good question, if you don't know when I stream. Yes, I stream Wednesdays and Sundays. Normally I start at 6 p.m. Eastern times. So normally I start 12 minutes ago. For this stream, because I want to get this all done in one day, I start stream an hour earlier. But yes, on Wednesdays and Sundays, I stream 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time or Eastern Standard Time, depending on the time of year. But yeah, asking if I stream at a regular time is not a dumb question. You should ask that if that is something that interests you. Let's see here. I can't all-target because they counter... Midnight for you? Yeah. Yeah, as long as it's not a repeat. Oh my gosh, that I still can't believe how south that Kingdom Hearts rando went. It was a time that we had as a group, and it was bad. All right, first I should pay attention who is actually faster than them. Is it... Yeah, see, Grise just dealt almost 400 damage with his basic attack. Okay, my entire party is faster than them. That actually says a lot. But yeah, we need to kill the first one. Once one of them has died, I can start using all target attacks that I have, where those are stronger. But at least for the first part of the fight, if you hit them all with an attack at the same time, they will kill you. A thing I did not know growing up and only learned as an adult. Which is kind of embarrassing. Okay, okay, okay. We are still alive. Hello, Time Adept. Yeah, Grise, that is one thing that is actually different in, that is actually different in the randomizer. Normally, his best axe does not have an element to it, but they made it energy element, so it heals a lot more. So it is useful. Well, see, the reason I say it's embarrassing is because it meant we were... Growing up, we were using all target attacks and getting completely wrecked by this boss, not noticing it was countering. Okay. So it's not so much that we should have noticed. It's not so much that I learned something as an adult I didn't know as a kid, it's that I refused to learn it as a kid and just kept getting absolutely wrecked by this boss. Alright, let's get Ren back up. Okay. Okay, that is one down. That is helpful. Now I can start using what all target attacks I have. I don't think I actually have that many, but I can use them. I'm gonna try Explode. I'm almost certain it will not work. Because it would not work in the base game, but I do want to confirm that. Yeah, okay. No, stop killing Ren. Ren's very important. I really need the ring that boosts lightning resistance. Do I have another repair kit. And now is the time to use it. There is not a better time to use a repair kit than this fight. Does that kill Elise? It does not. Okay. And we miracle, because that heals a lot. First rock, attack. Vortex, attack. Recursion. Get some damage in there. How much is he dealing? Like 200? Okay, not bad. Grides is normally weak to water, but he is not. Because he has the ring that, he has the Dizolus ring. Which, makes him resistant to it instead. Do I have a healing item I could use on you? Not really. Well. Yeah, the other thing is, in addition to not learning any buffs, I have not really learned any good healing abilities either. Which is real rough. Okay, that's another one down. Wow, Elise survived that. I'm genuinely shocked. Okay, now it's time to finish this off. Let's actually have you use Rest, just so she has a higher chance of surviving, like, random attacks. Raja does have a pretty good mental stat. Okay, okay, good. No, it is not percentile, it just only dealt 2 damage. This game does not have percentile damage at all. Just kind of got lucky that she has good enough armor that she's not taking very much damage. Hey, we did it! Okay, Ren, are you gonna learn something useful? I don't know. I think Grice has one more learn slot. I don't actually remember what level it is, though. I think it's pretty high. Elise, learn... Okay. So regen fully restores a character to full HP. So it is a very good technique. That's really good, but it is also pretty expensive. And Seth learned Recover. Okay, that's not good. Ice Digger. Okay, we've unlocked all of Dizolus. Okay, we're good. We have a bunch of new places we can check. Seth is proving to be more useful than I would have expected. He's still not good, but he is at least hitting okay. He, I think, has one more learn slot at his 4th technique, and I need it to be an attack that deals damage, or a buff that makes people more durable. Because if it's neither of those, he's going to end up not really being able to do anything. So we'll find out. Now we have the Ice Digger. Okay. Let's see what's in here. Oh, this is not randomized. Right? No, this is normal. Pretty sure this is normal, right? So it can't be Megiddo because that's a technique and he doesn't learn techniques. There are some genuinely very good skills he could learn. Oh, it is. Nope, it's full. It is randomized because this is not what's normally here. Yes, Recover should still work on him, even though he is not an android. But in the base game, they just only give it to androids. Yeah, I kind of, to be fair, I wasn't expecting to win this fight or even have a chance at surviving, but, you know. I'm pretty sure this is scaled to a point that it will just kill us, but we're gonna find out together. Yes, normally in this dungeon is the cat that gives the weapon from Phantasy Star 2. It is randomized, which I did not realize. But yeah. Because this is a different cave. It replaced a cave that looked like one cave with a cave that is a different cave. Let's go ahead. Vortex, attack. And yeah, instead it's this fight, which in the base game you actually can't win. But has been modified for the rando, so you actually can win this fight now. I don't know if I'm strong enough to win this fight. I expect the answer is no, but, you know. We're gonna find out together. Wow, Seth is dealing literally no damage. Yeah, I think my party is too slow at this point, I think is the problem. Yeah, good news is Seth is very survivable. Bad news is he is awful. So I'm just gonna let him die, and we're gonna leave this place. But yeah, we will come back here later. Yeah, him dealing 1 damage is back on brand. It really is. He's really bad. Okay. All right, let's get out of here. Nope. Wrong. Wrong. I don't think I ever noticed how goofy the sound effects are for the ice digger. Doing its digging. Demon Tree Tower next. No, we can't do that because we don't have the Eclipse Torch. Okay, so what I technically meant was we can't access the dungeon that is where the Garbrick Tower normally is. Apparently, we can, in fact, find the Garbrick Tower because it is right here. But I was correct in what I was trying to express. While also apparently being wrong. But that's probably a little high level for us. So we're gonna check out one of the other dungeons. Yeah, that was really good timing. For that dungeon to just be like, hey, I'm here. Okay, that's also a little high level. Okay, you know what? Let's go back. We're gonna go back to Motivea. I think I am a high enough level to... I'm stupid. Sorry, let me sort out the sentence I just interrupted myself saying. So first off, I think I am a high enough level to deal with that fight. That's a bunch of mages that keep killing me. The reason I'm stupid is because there actually is one more dungeon on Motivea that I can access, and I should see what that is. And I fully forgot what it was because I'm stupid. All right, we're gonna try this again. We're just gonna try stasising you. You get to do basic attacks. Does Mind Blast do anything? I don't know that it does. Let's just Gigra. Explode. Okay. Okay. Okay, I don't think Mind Blast works. Okay. Maybe I just try murder. Maybe the solution was murder all along. Oh, I should be using Holy Word also. Because they are evil and should be murderable with well, okay. Has Mind Blast ever worked? No. Because apparently it sucks. Okay. We are still not strong enough to do that because I need Barrier desperately. But there is one more dungeon we can access that I fully forgot. It's right here. Is this Cat Maze? This may be Cat Maze. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Oop, there's a treasure over there. So that is an ability. So Mind Blast might work, but we'd need to be a higher level relative to what we're facing. Give you that, so you can deal some more damage. Why does he not have Flashing Hand? That is because Ren hit him with Stasis Beam, which paralyzes the enemy for some number of turns. It's variable. And so part of that is any flashing on the character model stops while they are paralyzed to communicate to the player that the enemy cannot act. Because I hit with Stasis Beam turn 1. Alright, hello cat. Please give me something. Psi Suit. I assume that is something for Seth. It is. It's trash. Fantastic. Thank you, cat. Thank you, Wing Cat. Goodbye. Alright, well, we've solved that problem. Trying to remember, are there any other things we can do here, or I just need to level. What were the dungeons on Rycross, now that I'm thinking about it? Yeah, Paralyze stops the animation, which for most enemies is just like some light flashing on their character. If you have wings, why do you live in a cave? What an excellent question. Yeah, animation is a generous term, but it's all I've got. Okay, let's... Yeah, because I can't... could I do Garberg Tower right now? I am level 24, but again, I have no buffs. Let me remember what the dungeons are here. So I can see what we're up against, because I don't remember what any of these dungeons were. I know they're not the towers themselves, because... Are you Valhall Fortress or something? Yeah, you're Valhall, which I cannot do. Yeah, I will say, I genuinely love the comic book paneling they do for story events in this game. Okay, so I did that, and I cannot go any further, because I don't have the Psycho Wand. Did I head in here? I did. It's the Strength Tower. Okay, so one of these is that. Okay, so I can't do anything here at the level I am. Okay. Well, you know what I could do? I could go to the air castle. Because I seemingly have access to that. Yeah, Wildermyth does the same thing. Obviously, Wildermyth does it better because it's 25 to 30 years newer on modern hardware. And it does it very well, but yeah, this game basically does the same thing, and it is very good considering this game came out in, I want to say it was 1993 in Japan and 95 in the West. Moondew, okay. I love the music in this game. Wildermyth is a, it is a strategy RPG, and I'm trying to think of a way to expand upon that description that is accurate. I did a stream of it a few weeks back. Some number of weeks back. Do I remember the last time I played PS4 to completion? For the randomizer, probably like, I don't know, a couple months back. For like a full casual playthrough, it's been a couple years. Yeah, it's like it's generative narrative with turn-based RPG mechanics for the combat. Would recommend. Wildermyth, very good. If you're unsure if you want to check it out, I did a stream of it. So watch that and see if it appeals to you. And if it does, great. And if not, that's fair. Bluntly, I would probably just recommend playing Phantasy Star IV. 1, 2, and 3 are good, but they are very old and very grindy. Whereas Phantasy Star 4's, there's still a little bit of grind, but you can actually get by a lot of it without doing nearly as much grinding. And Phantasy Star 4, to my mind, has the best story, and anything you need from older games, it will tell you in the game. It will communicate to you. And then if you liked 4, you could go back and play the older ones to sort of get a feel for what happened there and how those were set up. Yeah, and that's fair, Telekin. The art style is like it's very stylized, and I like it, but I definitely understand people being like, nah, I don't want this. Wait, that's a nothing. Yes, PS1 and PS2 did get Silver Mantle. Is that better than what I have for you? It is what I have for you, so no. Yes, PS1 and PS2 did get remakes for the PlayStation 2, I believe. You're currently preparing for Disgaea 7 post-game. Okay, then yeah, the grind will not turn you off then. At all. But yeah. I personally would really only recommend the 4th one, but there's still plenty of good to like in the prior games as well. Alright, we're getting all of the treasures, and then we'll see what we've got. Yeah, I'm trying to think where we go after this, assuming I can even beat this boss. I am really feeling that lack of healing. And honestly, also lack of damage. Because the only character who really has a good offensive ability is Elise with Vortex. And that's not doing anything when I have such a terrible weapon on her. So, we'll see. Yeah, that is true. Phantasy Star 1 has a female protagonist in, like, 1989 or something, which is kind of wild. I do also like all of the characters in this game. I think all the women are great. They have very interesting nuances to their characters. Oh, this is a nothing. This is a nothing pathway. Yeah, Elise is great. Yeah, I would love to see them remake Phantasy Star games. I think there's a lot you could do to make these more modern and work better. Yeah, at some point I need to check out most of the Dragon Quest remakes, because I have not yet had a chance to, like, play any. This is not the way forward, this is the way to... I think there's a treasure down from here. FF7 was mixed for the OG players. Yeah, but I liked the remake for the most part. Just more turn-based RPGs, yeah. They can be good, I promise. Alright, what do we got? A random nothing enemy. Okay, well. We're gonna try Mind Blast again, but mostly I'm gonna be relying on Explode, and oh, actually, I don't think you can Holy Word these. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think these are organic, so they are not Mind Blastable. Or, they're not Holy Wordable, I should say. Oh. Yeah, there are a lot of really good indie games that fill that niche. I feel like it's been a while since we've had, like, a real, like, AAA turn-based RPG. And that's a bummer. I have to assume this thing is immune to Explode, which feels weird. Okay. I'm gonna keep trying to use Explode because, bluntly, I don't think Seth can deal any damage with basic attacks, but okay, well, he has no choice. Alright, Seth. Let's see how much damage you can deal with your basic attacks. 170. I mean, that was a crit, so it's a little, not representative, but... Poisey Bolt. Okay, Ren did get his best attack skill, which still isn't very good. Ooh, Gry's got Ataraxia. Okay, that's really good. That restores TP to the entire party. It would be better if more people in the party had TP at all, but, you know. Elise, what you got for me? Nothing. Seth, will you learn your Stasis Beam? Okay, well, Seth is garbage. Raja has learned Garbage, and Garbage. Okay. Fudge. So far, I have learned every flavor of useless ability. Wow. Every single one of these skills is pretty bad. Oof. Oof. All right. This might be a rough seed. Because the game has given me the worst characters and the worst in the worst coordination. Yep, Death Spell's another instant KO. Which means it is not particularly useful. Yeah, the only, like, real saving grace is realistically, you only need... The recommended level for the final boss is level 40. And obviously I could level past that. So in theory, at least, I can probably out-level the final boss. And that's kind of the only good thing about anything that has happened, because... Oh, boy. And to be fair, we're not done yet. Raja still learns a huge number of techniques, because if I'm remembering correctly, this screen on the left, he should learn... what's that? 8. So he learns 9 more techniques. I don't think he learns any more skills. I didn't say thanks to RNGesus today. No, RNGesus decided to wake up and choose violence against me. And it's not wrong to have done so. But oof. Yeah, whether we get some buff spells is really going to determine how feasible the end game is going to be. And the problem is Gry's... And I think Elise. And I also think Raja. I don't think I'm learning any more skills. Which means we are never going to get Barrier to reduce magic damage. I think we literally cannot get that anymore. So at this point, our only hope is getting Sanner, which improves speed, and Devon, which improves defense, which are techniques. Although I know the techniques and skills have like level ranges they appear in, and I don't actually know if Stanner and Debon can even show up anymore. So we may just not have buffs. We may not have any buffs left. Which isn't ideal. It's not what I want. It's not what I want at all. There's not a treasure over there, right? Okay. Oh boy. Alright. We do have another boss here, so let's see what we've got and see if we can make this, Alschlein. Okay. That gives us another area we can go to pretty easily. As soon as I remember where that is. Hello, Salus. Poisey bolts. Yeah, we just attack. Yeah, you don't have anything. Your skills make you genuinely worthless. We'll just Giwat. 280. Okay, my damage is pretty good. Oh boy. What? How? You can paralyze this thing? What? What do you mean you can paralyze it? What are we talking about? No, you can't. I'm confused. Well, whatever. This is what we've got. I guess you can paralyze this boss. I assume that is something to do with the rando. Oh, this has Legion. I did forget about that. That's really bad. That's impossible. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and Miracle, because I need to get everyone back up to high HP. None of my attacks are dealing nearly as much damage as I'd like them to, but at least Grise has Miracle. Pay no attention to the fact that he's the weakest spellcaster in the entire game. At least someone has it. Vortex. Oh yeah, Metaphor Fantasio is very, very good. For anyone considering checking it out, it is very fun. Oh, this fight's gonna take a while. Or I'm going to die. Hard to say. Because of the no healing that I have going on. Or not no healing, but very limited healing. I'm gonna try using Stasis Beam on this boss. Okay, that shouldn't be working. I think I may have messed up a setting in the rando that lets you paralyze bosses, because you should not be able... You should not be able to do that. On the other hand, it is a saving grace that might end up being what sees us through this nonsense. Actually, hold on. Ren has Stasis Beam, doesn't he? Yeah, it worked on the wizards, but the like 4 wizards we fight, those are like random enemies that you just fight 4 of as a boss. Whereas this is a proper boss and should not be vulnerable to incapacitation effects. That's why I'm confused. Plus has a lot of HP. Well. We're gonna Stasis Beam our way through this boss one way or another. Although I am gonna run out of Stasis Beam for too much longer, and that's gonna be a problem. Like his funny little face. He does have a funny little face. Okay, we did it. Grise, I don't think can learn anything. Elise, okay, Elise learned Nawad. She is one of the weakest spellcasters in the game, so that's not useful. Seals is garbage. Nathu. Ooh. Okay, Nathu is actually very good. That is a very good attack spell. And the Psycho Wand. Okay. Or the Psycho Wand. However you want to pronounce it. Okay. So we got Alschlein and the Psycho Wand. So that actually opens up a couple different places for us to go. As soon as I remember where they are. Okay, so let's do that, and we'll save. Raja, Rayuka, we need to go to... Zima. Oh, right. Is Alschlein... Do I have to use it, maybe? Maybe I have to use it? That's not what I want. Yes. Okay, there we go. There we go. The town is no longer petrified, which means we can head in here. And then after this, we'll go to Zio's fort. Which I don't remember where that is, but we'll find it. Oh, and also I should equip Raja with the Psycho Wand because it ups all of his relevant stats. Escapipe. Color Scarf? I don't remember what this does. Yeah. It's a scarf. It's a scarf that is a scarf. Does someone have you get to wear the Rappy Cap, Seth? Because you're garbage anyway, so... If you have less defense, that's fine, you'll die anyway. Because you suck. Now. Oop, nope. That's right. Yeah, I think a remake of these would be very fun. I would be all about it. Ugh. Don't know. I suspect that will never happen. But, you know, we can be optimistic about something. His 7, his mustache and headband are doing their best. Yeah, the problem is their best is not good. And he seemed to do everything he could to learn the worst skills. But at least we get some items here, and I think there's an item at the end that we get for progression. And then we can head to Zio's fort and head down and fight another boss. Alright, let's see. A miserably not good shield. That's right, there's nothing up there. Hi, mate, that's certainly something. Alright. Hello. I should not be clicking as quickly as I am. Okay, it gave me a Stardew, so it's garbage. Okay. Okay, now we get to play the game of, does anyone remember where Zio's fort was? I don't even know if it was on this planet. It was in here? No. Was it the plate system? My suspicion is no. No. Was it... It's not this tower. Okay. I'm gonna try this until I kill them. I'm telling you right now. One of these days, they're going to die. Was it the green tower that was on the crystally planet? Ooh, that could be it. Am I winning, son? Keys, this rando is filled with hate for me specifically. It has given me the worst characters, taught them the worst abilities, and just insists on being rude to me. Okay, we're still not strong enough to do this fight. Darn it. Darn it. Okay. So let's go back to, what is it, Mulcom? So welcome, Keys, to the stream. Everything is bad, and I don't think it's gonna get better until we win. So welcome on in. But yeah, it might be one of those crystally towers on Rykros. And there'll be a lot of items, and there'll be a boss at the end of this dungeon that we should be very over-leveled for. Yeah. Yeah, the game basically picked the 5 worst characters and then made them worse. I think it's not the top left one. I think... No, wait, maybe it is the top left one. Hold on. Hey. Should... No, that's the Valhall Fortress. Maybe it's... Oh, I think it's this tower, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so we can enter here. And this gives us a bunch of things. A bunch of random treasure chests, and oh, how's my item stockpile? Ooh, I'm getting a little full up on items, so I will need to stop by a shop at some point to sell stuff before I run out of inventory space. So I think after this dungeon... Oh, my coffee. Hold on, chat, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. I made coffee because I was tired, and then I put it in the freezer to chill. And then I forgot about it. And it's a little frozen, but it'll thaw. Okay. We resume. Okay. Napalm shot, is that better? It is. Is that his best weapon? I don't... No, that's not his best weapon. It is his second best weapon, that's right. Can Zeph come back, please? No, Zeph is gone. He was never real to begin with. Sorry. Frost axe. Okay, we'll add that to the axe pile. I'm convinced Elisa's just never gonna get a weapon. I'm convinced that they don't exist. That they took all the slashers out of the entire game. Backcrossed gaming, yeah. Oh. Hello, cat. You rejoining me? Yeah, we've gotten like 14 axes and 1 slasher in the entire game. And admittedly, one of those axes is the best axe in the game, but still. There's nothing over here, right? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, Hopeless Rando is being a time. But, you know, that's why we started early, so we'd have plenty of time if the rando gods decided to punish me for my infinite hubris. And that is indeed what we've been dealing with. But you know what? What I will say, my hubris, unvarnished. Infinite hubris is where I live. Oh, you're talking about the FF12 rando? Yeah, I've been hearing your FF12 rando is apparently going not as well as you would have hoped. Monamate, really? Cool. I love being able to heal 40 HP. Oh boy. What do I need? I need Sanner. Again, I don't even know if I can learn any buffing spells at this point. I think we're past the level. Turn on random encounters? Nah, level-wise, we're actually okay. And if I need to do grinding, I will. Oh, I should have saved. I don't like the music that's playing. Oh, okay. It's the first one. This shouldn't be too bad. We'll see, though. You don't have anything. Did you learn anything? No. Okay, so Warcry. Right, all of your abilities suck. The one good thing, we do have Nathu now, which is a very strong ability. Yeah, Nathu deals 400 damage by itself. Okay, yeah, I think I'd set something wrong in the settings because I shouldn't be able to paralyze bosses, and you know what? I don't care. I'm fine with it, actually. You had to kill Ultima for a Rainstone? Wow. That is unfortunate. But yes, I love the design of this boss. It's really, really good. Okay, yeah. As expected, not a particularly difficult fight. We're like 10 levels higher than we need to be for that. I'm sorry, Ren, did you just learn Highjammer, the most useless skill in the game? I didn't even know you had any more skills to learn, and you picked the worst one. Oh my gosh. Raja, can you give me something? Ooh, the Rycross ring. Okay. Okay. How many rings is that? Algo, Dezo. Okay, we need 2 more. We are 2/3 of the rings through the game. Do I have an Escapipe I could use? Yeah. Highjammer. There are no bosses there's no reason to ever use Highjammer, and it's like, here you go. It's genuinely a completely useless skill in the rando. Here it is. What am I doing? Where am I going? What am I doing? Oh, I need to go to a shop, and then I'm gonna do Garburg Tower. Escape pipe? That could be. Yeah, I mean, I said it at the start of stream, but like, there's a lot of nonsense words in this game, and I'm going to pronounce them the way I pronounced them as a child. So it will not surprise me if people disagree with me on the pronunciations for these, because most of these words are nonsense, so it is not surprising that we disagree on some of these. Alright, let me go to the shop so I can sell some of the garbage I have. Yeah. Yeah, and that wasn't like, I wasn't like calling you out for saying that, but yeah, no, it is genuinely interesting with, this game is probably the most nonsense words of an old game, and because there's no voice acting, it's so interesting how other people pronounce it. Get rid of the grip shield. Necromancer? Oh, wow. That's incredible. Okay, let's get rid of you. Just selling stuff to free up space. I'm not... To be fair, the rando does have shops that you can buy items from, and I'm just not using them. Because it's pretty common for you to be able to get stupidly overpowered weapons and armor very early, and break any challenge the game has, so... Sort of intentionally limiting myself in that way. Oh, yeah. I was like, I need to go to Zolus. Why am I on Motivea? And it's because I'm not. I am not on Motivea. I am on Zolus. It just looks like Motivea. Anyway. Alright. Oh, I was gonna go to... you know what? Let me pop into this dungeon again. And deal with the... I forget what the boss at the end of this was, but we might be able to kill it now. That we're a higher level. I'm actually not sure. Mostly because I don't remember what it was. Because I am incapable of remembering things that happen. But, you know, we'll see. Oh, it was the flaming chicken. Yes. Yes, it was. Okay, let's see if we can finish it now. I think the big issue we ran into last time was we didn't have the speed I needed. I did not mean to attack with Raja. That was way more manageable from a damage perspective. And I actually meant to use nothing with Raja. So let's see... God, I need at least to get any weapons that are better. Ooh. Prize is still not consistently faster than the boss, which is not ideal. Oh. Alright, have a good one, Commander. Thanks for stopping in. So I think I just have to spam Miracle because I'm not fast enough to reliably... Oh, right, Ren can't deal damage anymore, I just realized. I have made a mistake. I do need him to use Recover. Because his base weapon the weapon he has equipped deals fire damage, as do all of the skills he has. And this boss, as you might expect, is immune to fire damage. Which is unfortunate. Oh boy. I don't think this fight will have a ton of HP, because I don't think the Rappy is actually that durable, and I think the way the rando works is it just makes the HP equal the boss that it's replacing. But we will see. What is my plan if I run out of miracles? Is the plan die? The plan might be die. Actual real scaling? Yes. Yeah, the rando has full scaling. That usually works. The big issue is if a boss uses a technique or skill that is available to the party, the damage formula doesn't scale. So the stats are adjusted for the boss, but it's still going to deal a lot of damage. If we fought this at the start of the game, it would have the stats of the first boss in the game, but it would be able to cast the strongest technique in the game, which would kill us. Alright, but we did win. Raja, can you learn something? Nazan, congratulations. You found another awful skill. And a duplicate item. Fantastic. Okay, well this was a waste of my time. Okay. I can't use that. Alright, so that was garbage and a waste of time. I hope everyone enjoyed our brief sojourn into that dungeon. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Someday, I feel like if we can get one or two good slashers for Elise, she will actually deal good damage. Because she is actually already dealing pretty good damage with Warcry and Vortex, and she is using a weapon from basically the start of the game. So if I can just get her to have a weapon, we might be golden damage-wise. That doesn't help us with our defense, even a little bit. But at least damage might be okay. No, there's nothing here. So I am choosing to be optimistic about how this is going to go. And ultimately, if we don't find anything to make damage good, there is always the option of actually going to shops and buying better weapons. It might take a bit, because I don't know what sells what, but... is there an item down here? I actually don't know Garberg Tower super well, because there's a decent number of side paths, and all the items in here are garbage in the base game. Unexperienced to kill bosses out of order. It sure is an interesting time when it's like, oh hey, the end of the game boss. What's anything here? Garbage. You could have 4 boomerangs. Oh boy, yeah. It's a time. Raja still has a decent number of techniques to learn. Also, I just remembered he does not max out on techniques. That's Han. Han maxes out on techniques. Raja is like a couple short, so I think I have a few fewer slots that will teach me things than I thought. Oh, you actually haven't played any Phantasy Star games? I recommend Phantasy Star IV. I will say I'm completely biased by nostalgia. As the first game I ever played, I adore this game. But I think it's quite good. Where am I going? This game was your first JRPG? Mine too, probably. We're struggling a little bit. Because our party is bad in every way. Is this back the way I came? I don't think, no, this is forward because the walls are jiggling now. And the walls only start to jiggle as you get later in the dungeon. I hate to be the one to announce this alias, but Final Fantasy XII is 20 years old. Yeah, Fantarope is good. Yeah, it's like, I regret to inform you. I regret to inform you. They're adults who have... There are very much adults who played FF12 as a child. To be fair, FF12 came out in 2006, I'm pretty sure, so I would have been 20... No. I would have been 15. Because I was born in 1991. You don't like that fact? What's really funny, and I think I brought it up in the script for the first FF12 video I did, I tried to look up when the remaster came out. The Zodiac Age remaster, which was like 2017. And when I Googled it just to get an answer, Google said the remaster came out in 2006. And I had like a crisis, like that can't have come out 19 years ago. That much time cannot possibly have passed. And then I realized it was giving me the release date of the original, and I'm like, oh, that makes a lot more sense. There's no way the remaster came out 19 years ago. I know it was not that recent, but it was not that old. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if anyone's feeling old in chat, I will say most of you're probably similar age to each other. My demographics on YouTube are incredibly funny to look at. IZSJ is a remaster, kind of, but that's not what I was looking. That's not what I was looking for, and Google should know that. But yeah, my demographics are incredibly funny because I want to say it's like 92% of my audience is between the ages of 25 and 44, with it like cresting with like the highest percentage is like right around 30, like that 35 cutoff, which makes sense because I'm making videos I wanted to watch, and I am 34. So I expect the wave of age viewership is just gonna like continue along with me at the center of it. Because yeah, I think right now 25 to 34 is slightly higher, but not by much. And I expect that will change. Hello, Zio? Yes, I have the Psycho Wand, so I can do this fight. Let's see here. Warcry. I keep looking at Seth's techniques, or Seth's skills, like he's ever going to have anything useful. And he's simply never going to. He doesn't know anything useful. He is bad. I do love that, it is really funny to me that Elise makes the same noise when she war cries that Gryze normally does. So it's just, I think that's very funny. I did not mean to use Nozan there. Well, fine, I guess. Yeah, that is not what I wanted. Okay. That is very, very reasonable damage. Let's go ahead and use Nathu, the skill I meant to use, which should deal really good damage here. Uh, 142. Okay, that's more damage than I would have liked. Oh, Gryze is also slower than the boss. That is a problem. Gryze is my primary healer because the universe hates me. Your stats are correct, yeah. Yeah, if Gryze had gotten Warcry with the weapon he has, we'd be doing great, but sadly... sadly, we're stuck with what we've got. But yeah, so most of my audience, almost all of my audience is between 25 and 44. I do have outliers. There's definitely between 18 and 25 and people older than 44. But that is sort of the bell curve of viewership is 100% situated around me. Are skills random and vanilla? No, they are not at all. You learn the same skills at the same level with the same characters. And they're better designed because, you know, they're not randomized. So yeah, in the base game, characters actually get like useful skills based on the character. Pretty across the board. It is only in the randomizer that they are silly. Alright, and we're playing the same game we've been playing, which is we need to outpace Miracle running out. Because Grides is too slow to be my primary healer, and yet must be my primary healer. Actually, do I still have the Swift Helm? It just occurred to me. I think... does the Swift Helm cast haste? Oh, maybe it only casts on the user? Let's give that a shot, actually. I feel like it might. Hold on, where are you? Swift Helm. We're gonna give that a shot. And hopefully it does, because otherwise I might be in a little bit of trouble. Oh! The Swift Helm casts Sanner on everyone. I don't think that's normal. I don't think that's normally how that works, but I will take it. Because it turns out being able to go before the enemy is an incredibly useful thing to be able to do. Alright, well, we've solved our speed issue at least. Hey! Ren doesn't learn anything. Grize doesn't learn... Elise may have 1 or 2 more levels. I actually don't remember. Raja, please learn something. No! Seth can be useful! And the Eclipse Torch. Hey, we can access the Garberg Tower! Like the actual world map one. Yeah, that resolves that. Let me... You know what? Let me actually look at... Okay, cast Sanner. Are there any other items in my inventory that cast things that I didn't realize they cast? I don't think any of these would. Eclipse Torch, maybe? No. Okay. Seth has always been useful. He's just not, though. The only thing he's done so far is have explode. What town is this? That's right. Let's go ahead and rest up here. Yeah, now that I think about it, there might be an item we can get that casts barrier. If so, we're Gucci. If not, the final battles are going to be rough. Alright, now we can head up here. Oh, right, I forgot. I forgot you actually have to use the Eclipse Torch. You can't just run into it and trigger the cutscene. Or maybe you do. I don't know. Eclipse Torch, do a thing. Well, and what I will say, if Seth had learned good skills, he can actually be useful. He just didn't. Other than explode for a couple of those fights, Seth learned nothing that is even remotely usable. What am I at? 4? Okay. I don't think I had a guard rod at any point. I had a dream rod, but I don't think I had a guard rod. I might have to exchange a guard rod for... I might have to exchange an amber eye for a guard rod. Which, for SAR, I don't think is worth it, because I don't think items scale off stats. I think they have, like, static values they use. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember how item usage works in this game. Because in casual playthrough... Are shops randomized? Shops are randomized, and if we run into enough of a difficulty, I will go to the shops. I just usually prefer not to, because it tends to be too easy to buy like the best equipment way too early and make the rando way too easy, is what I have found in past runs. So I usually avoid doing that. Horn Dagger? That's not better, right? I wouldn't think so, right? Oh, that is actually better than Mage Dagger. And I don't care about his lower mental stat because he doesn't have any attacking abilities. Idiot. But yeah, shops are not fully off the table, but I would prefer not to rely on them. The mod did change a few of the use items. Okay, I knew it had changed some. I just usually don't have to worry about it. Are there any that cast Barrier or Debon? Snow Crown? Oh, no. Oh, no. I have bad news about the Snow Crown. I did have one, and I've since sold it, like a moron would. That's not ideal. Okay, okay. We can maybe work with that. Maybe we'll get another one. Fudge. Why am I Sorry, I'm trying to read chat and navigate, and it doesn't work very well. Okay, so I've already apparently thrown away Debon, which is unfortunate. I will say Debon is not the most important. The most important is Barrier. Barrier is the best buff in the game. So hopefully I haven't thrown away something that does that I can't replace. Devars! Hello! Guard Rod is Gisar. Oh, that is actually very useful. Okay. I am almost certain I have never had one of those. What am I looking for? Looking for the Swift Helm. Swift Helm, there you go. And this is actually a pretty early boss, so this should be fairly easy to get through. Wow, that was way more damage than it should have dealt. I disagree with that amount of damage. Sure would be nice if I had Debon right about now, wouldn't it? Sir, can you please stop doing that? It hurts so badly. Sir, you have other attacks. I know you do. And I would encourage you to use them. You have SAR, don't you? I might actually need to use that. Because I need Ren to use Recover because he's taking too much damage. And Miracle doesn't heal enough because Grize's mental stat is awful. Alright. How many medic powers do I have left? 19. Decent number. You know what? I actually don't think I need medic power. I'm just going to have Elise use SAR. Because I think Poisobolt is actually more useful than Elise's basic attack right now. Might be the laser barrier. Oh my gosh. Chat, would you believe I had a laser barrier and I sold it? No! Stop punishing me for my hubris! I learned no what. Well, that's garbage. Actually, wait. Yeah, I definitely sold it. I'm almost certain I had a laser barrier and I sold it. Pow Shield. Oh, actually, hold on. Pow Shield. Pow Shield casts Shift. Okay, that is actually very good. Because Shift boosts physical attack power, which means I can buff Grize's attack. Might be available in a shop. Yeah, it might be shoppy time. I might need to unfoobar. I might need to fix all the mistakes I've made. And I did make a lot of them. There is this town does not have shops. All right, let's go. Yeah, it's definitely time for shop. It's shop review time, everyone. Hop on in. We're going shopping. Ubrost Gaming. Yep. I wonder if these are all the same. Okay, so first, let me sell the things I know I don't need. I don't need Moondew. I should keep the Moondews. Reflect Shield I already checked, it doesn't do anything. Silver Circlet. Oh, you said all the rods do something. Does the Silver Rod do something? Casts Gires. I can sell that. I don't need Gires. Gires will not heal enough to be useful. Let's see here. Okay. Sell the Titan armor. I'm gonna check the Lako crown and the Mage dagger. I don't think they do anything, but I should actually confirm that before I sell them like a moron. Okay, Mage dagger does nothing. Lako crown does nothing. Okay, we're good. I didn't think they would do anything, but I have already sold a lot of useful equipment in my stupidity. Don't sell the POW shield, you idiot. There we go. Okay. We're gonna get through this together. What do you have? Soul Dews? Soul Dews are fine, but I shouldn't need them. Flame Sword and Torn Dagger. Those do cast spells, but they're not very good. Handle? Oh wait, that's a better slasher. Hold on. It's elemental, so I'm not, like, thrilled about it, but... I can equip them to Elise. And I can get her physical attack to something that isn't garbage. So she might actually be able to deal some damage. Alright, I can sell the Lako shield. And I can sell the laser slasher. And I will not sell anything else. Okay. A bunch of Lako gear, none of the... Wait, what was... Hold on. Ambush Defensa? Interesting. Alright, I'm really just looking for... anything that casts spells. Because I would love to not die. That's more silver rods. That's garbage. Oh, I'm sorry, a Lako rod that casts a Fess. Is a Fess even good relative to Nuthu? I don't think so. I think Nuthu is just better, and I already have a lot of stuff in my inventory, so I don't want to, like, fill it up. You find the Melee Dagger is a Seth Han weapon that allows Nuthoi. So I think the Melee Dagger is not a shop item. I think I have to find that in a chest, because I think it is their ultimate weapon, so it doesn't show up in any of the shops. Cast Hewn, immune to laser, cast... Laser barrier! We've done it! Okay, we have barrier and we have Sanner. We can stop looking at shops. We shouldn't need them anymore. Daban is nice, but there's a lot fewer physically attacking enemies than you might expect in this game. And because we have it, I am going... Oh, no, wait, there's not an enemy here. Yeah, and if I'm remembering how spell items work in this game, they're not as good as being cast by a character because they basically have a set value. A Fess is power 48. Nuthu is 144? Holy crap. That's wild. I knew it was higher because it's partly to compensate because Chaz is normally the only one who learns it, and his mental stat is lower than the dedicated casters, but wow, 144 is wild. That's wacky. Thank you for the intel, Telekid. Thank you for confirming what I thought was probably true, but wasn't certain on. I appreciate it. Jeez, that's very good. Anyway, where am I going? I'm going to here, because I'm going... Because now that I have it, you know I'm going to the Ladea Tower. Bring it on! I'm gonna win this fight one of these days. Okay, so what do I need? What do I need here? Okay, I'd like you to use a POW shield on yourself. I would like you to use laser barrier. I would like you to use Swift Helm. And I would like you to use Nathu. Okay, I got laser barrier up immediately, so that should actually do a lot of work here. POW shield. Holy crap, that's still so much damage. What is the scaling on this boss? What do you mean? Gentlemen, I need you to stop being like this. I'm going to kill you. Alright, let's... And do they just have, like, a ton of HP? It would not surprise me. Okay, they don't have a ton of HP. Okay, they have instant death attacks. That's bad. But not necessarily the end of the world. Because Elise does have regen. And I do have stasis beam. Stop casting Tandle. Also, stop doing that. Alright, I'm gonna wait to bring back Ren. Because Tandle deals a lot of damage to androids. Okay. Alright, let's Miracle. Okay, I think I should actually be good. I do have another repair kit, right? Yes, I do. Stasis Beam, nothing. Alright. Now we can finish this. Okay. Just attack. Jeez, what is the scaling on these enemies? This isn't even that end game of a location, and they are absolutely beating the crap out of me. And I don't know why. But I'm going to win. Huzzah! I've done it! Okay. Alright. I have finally beaten the final boss of the game. That random boss. I hope everyone's proud that I wasted a lot of time trying that fight over and over and over again. Across the entire rando. Alright, now I can actually head in here. Oh, this is not the dungeon I thought it was. That's why the scaling is higher. This is where you get Poisey Bolt. No, this is not where... That's Valhall. This is where you get Burst Truck. This is later in the game than I thought it was. Yeah, that was the final boss. There definitely isn't a real final boss that I still need to find. And I'm definitely not just saying it was the final boss because I kept dying to it over and over and over again. Garbage. Actually, since I don't have healing, Stardews may actually end up being useful. I wouldn't normally expect them to be that essential, but given the nonsense we have been faced with, it may in fact be a thing. Alright. Will we get anything here? We are still missing 2 of the rings we need. Garbage, garbage. Okay. So far, nothing too exciting. Because now that I have buffs, if we can get the last 2 rings we need, we might actually be able to deal decently with the rest of this game. Because the final boss isn't too difficult, and it is weak to a lot of my attacks now. Hey, Elysion! What is that? Does that give me anything? I don't actually think it does. Because it would give me access to the deeper part of the Esper Mansion. But I don't think I can get in there yet, because I think there's a key item you need to get in there. What's in here? Okay. Actually, what level am I? You know what? I could probably just do the towers now. As I'm thinking about it, I'm probably strong enough to do this. It may depend on what the boss actually is, though. Yeah, I more meant progression-wise, if the Elysion gave me anything yet. Oh, actually, it gets me into Anger Tower. That's the thing it does. Because normally it is Chaz's ultimate weapon, but Chaz is not in the party, so no one can equip it. But yeah, progression-wise, that does give me access to Anger Tower, which is somewhere? It's certainly somewhere. I don't remember where it is, but it's somewhere in the universe. I found it. Nope, it's the other way. I'd really love to get better weapons for Seth and Elise. I think it's Moonslasher for Elise, and I think the game may only have one of them. I actually don't know. In the rando. Alright. I forgot this is the music this boss uses, and that was very, very jarring. Okay, so let's do setup. Swift Helm. Pow Shield. Warcry. Laser Barrier. And then that's it, right? I don't need any more buffs. Why did that not do an animation? Can Ren not use the Swift Helm? That would be unfortunate. It'd be unfortunate, and it didn't play an animation. I'm a little concerned by that, but it may just be... That's fine. It may just be that that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and have Seth use the Swift Helm, just, you know... Just to be super safe here. Because I'd like to not have made a mistake. I am a little I think Earthquake is just going to deal too much damage, though. Might have to have Elise use SAR. Augment Miracle's healing, because Gryze's mental stat is so bad. There we go. Gryze, attack, Vortex, attack, nothing. Oh, I can still paralyze things. That's right. I enabled this. I think I enabled the setting I shouldn't have been able to. Alright. Oh, you know what? I should also have, nope, not guard. Since all you're doing is attacking, I should actually take the time to use a POW shield with you as well. Goofy, goofy music. Ow. Okay. And then attack, and nothing. What is Elisa's damage? 240? Okay. She's doing okay damage, and she doesn't even have... She still needs a better weapon, but... Alright, you're done. Alright, have a good one, Nicholas. Hope work goes well for you. Hey, another boss down. Seth, Raja, nope. And this gives us 2 treasure chests. Moondew. Plate key. Okay, we can access the plate system. I don't remember where the plate system is. Which is unfortunate, because I think I've gone into the plate system like 8 times. Is that where... Is that by Catery? That might be by Catery. It might be... It might have taken the place of Zio's Fort. Let me check that. Yes. Okay. Haven't played this series. Available via Virtual Console. Yes. They are available. I believe the Sega Genesis thing on Switch has this. And also, literally any of, like, the Genesis, like, bundles has Phantasy Star IV in it. So this game is aggressively accessible to access on every console in every capacity. Yeah. It's like, it's so playable in 2026. And if you're interested, I recommend it. It's quite good. Let's see. I think we need to go down then. We were a Nintendo household, yeah. Yeah, I'm the opposite. We had a Sega Genesis, and we did not have a Nintendo console until pretty late in the N64's life cycle. We got that and like a couple games for it. Cool, Monomate. I love tiny amounts of healing. Love that for me. Let's see. The save states don't like the regular saves. I believe that. Mage Dagger is garbage. We already got rid of a bunch of those. The Meseta. Primate is fine, I guess. I think there should be one more chest here, which just has money in it. Okay. Let's save. I don't even think there's a boss here, is there? Frayed Mantle. Does that do something? No. Is it good? I don't think it is. Oh, it is. Oh, it's very good, actually. Lose some agility, but gain mental power and defense, and I have Sanner, so... Alright. That is another dungeon down. I am gonna quickly run to the shop. This town does not have a shop. Yeah, I'm trying to think... Oh, what's up here? What is this? What are you? Oh, yeah. We should have actually done that a while ago. Whoops. Whoopsie. You're the shop, right? Yeah. I thought so. Okay. I'm just gonna sell the Moondews. They're just taking up space. And inventory space is so limited in this game. And between Ren has medic power and Elise has regen, so I'm really not worried about resurrection. This Rappy Cap is a duplicate. I already have one. Moondew. Don't sell you, don't sell you. I can sell you. I can sell you. I can sell the Mage Dagger. Sell the Trimate. Sell the Phanta Robe. Titan Crown and Diamate. Okay, cool. We're just hunting down those last 2 rings, but I think once we get that, we'll be basically ready to finish. Just a question of how difficult is life going to make this? And based on what we've gotten so far, I expect the answer is very. I suspect the answer is very. Some money I don't care about. Oh, that's right, there's nothing here. Oh boy. Is this? Yes. Escapipe. Escapipe. And if we really need to, there is technically always the option. There is a spoiler log I can look at. I don't want to, but depending on how long this goes, that is always an option available to me. Let's see what we've got. I'm actually curious what levels Raja learns the rest of his techniques, because I think he should still have some. Is there a treasure over here? I don't think there is, but I don't remember. Yeah, no. I was not certain there was not, so always better to double check. There are 2 treasures down here we can grab. Silver Rod, that's Gira, so I can sell that one next I get to a shop. I should save. There's a boss. What you got for me, bud? Oh, hi. Alright, let's go. No, let's have you not use a buffing item, because I don't know if it works. I think it works and is just not playing the animation. But I'd rather not risk it. And get wrecked, because I did something wrong. And then you need to use the laser barrier. Yes, that's correct. Okay. Besides, getting a good Poisey Bolt out at the start of combat's pretty good to do. Wow, that dealt 1 damage. This might not be a particularly difficult fight. We're a little over-leveled. I kind of forgot this dungeon was here. If I'm being perfectly honest. 350! Okay, Elise is getting up there. She is dealing good damage. Now I just need to get her, like, ultimate weapon, and I think she will genuinely be golden. Okay, that was easy. Ren, Grise, Elise, Seth, Raja? Nope. Palm Ring! Hey! Heck yeah! Okay, that's the Palm Ring. That I actually am going to give to Ren, I think, because I believe that makes... I believe this resists... resists thunder damage, and Ren, being an android, is weak to thunder damage, so... I need to do that. Alright, we need one more. One more, and we can end the game. Let me save. I'm trying to... Are there any dungeons that I have not done here? Oh, I can do Anger Tower, actually, can't I? Because that's here, right? Yeah. And this will actually give me some treasure chests as well. Treasure up here? Because this is the one place that the Elysion gives us access to. That we did not already have access to. So let's go ahead and see what is going to be the boss here. And there's more treasures I'll grab in a second. Hello, ma'am. Wow, a really low-level boss. Okay. This should be fine. Alright, let's go... Pow Shield, Warcry, Laser Barrier, and Swift Time. So yeah, unless this thing can, like, is scaled up enough to one-shot me, I should be fine. Yeah, we're so good. Attack, and Vortex, and attack, and nothing. Yep, 1 damage. Alright, we're so good. We're so good. We're so back. I mean, I still wish anyone in the party had a healing spell other than Grise, but, you know. Raja? No. Okay. And I got, the worst axe in the game. Fan-bleepin-tastic. It's not the worst. It's the second weakest axe in the game. So we'll just throw that on the axe pile. Just throw that little thing on the axe pile. With all the other axes. Okay. All right. Is there anything left on this planet we need to do? We did... We did this, right? Yes, we did. Did we do the Rappy... What is normally the Rappy Cave? I have no idea which of these would be the Rappy Cave. Let's pretend it's this one. It is. Cool. Alright. Yes, I already did that. Let's see here. Where would... B5, right? Yes. Did I do this area over here? I know we checked it out late and then I left. This is Cat. Yes, we already did this. Okay. Okay, so yes, I believe I am done with Motivate. Like, fully and completely. Yeah, it is wild that an emulator on the Switch has input delay. That's incredibly stupid. Like, I played Phantasy Star IV on my phone 10 years ago without issue. There's no reason that should still be a problem. Okay. What do we have? I think we have, like, one more dungeon on Dezolis? If I'm remembering correctly. I can't get in here, right? There's a key item I need. Okay. Maybe that's why I'm thinking the color scarf is an important item. Maybe that's the thing that unlocks this. Garbage, 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 garbage. At least I think that's all garbage. Let me double check. Oh, I see why Ren has been taking infinite amounts of damage. I apparently have not gotten better armor for him. End of sentence. Hey, Sambo. It's been a struggle. We've been struggling. Struggling a lot. The game gave us the worst characters. And then I sold all the good items that used spells that I didn't realize they did. And all my characters have terrible abilities. So it's great. We're doing something. There's no treasure. I don't think there's any treasures in here. Other than the moon slash. Wow, that is an incredibly thematic and appropriate place for her ultimate weapon to be. Neat. Huzzah! Elise has a moon slasher. Voice. Raja, Highness. Alright, we're out of here. And then we'll... Oh, I can't use Ryuka in here. Now I can use Ryuka. Alright, let's go to Termai. Keys would not approve. Well, Key's not here. Keys can't stop me. Nothing can stop me now. I don't remember. Did we... I don't think we did whatever this was. We did not. We left. Okay, so we can now do... We can do this. We probably could have done this a little earlier. Would Cane? I think that uses Res or something when used in combat. No. Let's see. But yeah, we're doing Ring Hunt, which means we need to find, there's nothing in here, right? This is garbage space, I think. We need 5 rings. We have 4 of them. Oh no, there is a treasure here. That's right. So we are almost there. No, I have to head around. But yeah, this has been very fun, so... Depending on how I feel, it is not impossible that I will do this again at some point. Nope, that's the same place. Anyone hopeful for Witcher 4? I have not actually played any of the Witcher games. I played Witcher 3 very briefly, and for whatever reason, just, like, bounced off it. But I know I'm assuming people are excited for any new Witcher game. Money. Garbage. A lot of healing items that are not useful to me. No. Alright. There's not a treasure. Okay, and I assume the boss still ambushes me right outside. So let's save. Oh yeah, I forgot this is a thing. Okay, so you need to use... Where is it? You need to use the POW shield. You need to use War Cry. You should use Laser Barrier. And you should use Swift Helm. Ow. That's not ideal. Wow, they're dealing a lot of damage, actually. That's not good. Okay. Would definitely prefer you not to be dealing that much damage, and certainly not incapacitating my entire party. That's really rude of you. Especially because I don't know that I have anyone who can actually cure sleep. Good lord. I don't know why this boss is scaled this strong, but, it is. That get off laser barrier? Did I not? Is that why you're dealing so much damage? Wait. Nope. Nope, I'm just getting wrecked. Yeah, I don't know how doable. I'm genuinely surprised by how much damage this boss is dealing. So this is a problem. Alright, we found a spicy little conundrum. I am just gonna try it again, though, and just hope I get a little less unlucky with, You know, I wonder if I can stasis beam them. I think that's gonna be what I try to do. Because getting hit that hard by all of these enemies is, rough. Alright, you... Laser barrier... Because, like, Gizan dealing that much damage is kind of wild. Okay, I can stasis them. At least I can stasis one of them. Let me... You have stasis beam as well, so let's try... I am hopefully faster now. Okay. Good lord. Wait, I'm slower? Even after Sanner? Oh gosh. Oh, that's bad. That's bad news. Nothing about that is good at all. You know what? If we can stasis them, maybe we can one-shot them with instant death attacks. Ow. We're gonna see if that works. Because I don't really have a plan B. I did... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Nope, okay. Okay. Alright, so Seth, you're gonna try and make yourself useful by using Stasis Beam. Your new job is Stasis Beam. Oh, I forgot to heal Grass. Okay. This may not be a doable fight. You don't have any... I'm just gonna cast Holy Word on the boss and see if it works. Ow. No. Okay. Would not have expected that to work, but sometimes desperation is a thing. Okay, we're gonna have you. You just need to be spamming Miracle. You still need to be stasis beaming. And you need to Nuthu. Okay. Progress, that is 1 dead. Ow. I wonder if that counts as a physical attack. Now that I'm thinking about it, because it doesn't look like the damage of that has been reduced by barrier. So I'm wondering if that's the problem. If the problem is just that I'm not actually reducing the damage these things deal. Because the attacks they're using are counted as physical attacks, and I don't have Daban because I sold it. It could also just be that the items themselves don't actually increase my stats by as much as I'm used to, because I don't think they scale in the same way. I think you can use regen on a living character, right? Or on an alive character. Yes, okay. I thought that was the case, but it has been a while, because there's not really a reason you would do that in base game, because no rest will just do that for you. Okay. I think we're in a better position now. This has definitely been a spicier fight than I was expecting it to be. Wow, good job with that 143 damage, Seth. Good for you. Pay no attention to the rest of the party dealing actual amounts of damage. You're doing your best, bud. I think I have to use Miracle with you now. Light Breath is Strength versus M Defense, so why is it... It didn't seem to be reduced when I cast Barrier. Via Laser Barrier, so that's very weird. Ow. Ow. So yeah, I guess the laser barrier just doesn't actually do that much. That sort of has to be my assumption at this point, because otherwise... I did use laser barrier, right? I didn't get, like, interrupted from using it. Let me use it again. Seth deals, like, 40 damage. Who cares what he does? Yep, still the same. Does not seem to be changing anything about the damage I'm dealing, which is unfortunate, because I'm getting hurt for a lot. Ow. Okay, that did deal like 40 less damage to Ren now. And I think he didn't die, though. I have no idea. Oh, Grise, I'm gonna need you to stop attacking for a minute to use Ataraxia. Because it turns out I'm out of... Ow! Seth, can you be better? By any chance? Is that within your capacity? Okay, well, at least I have regen. Seth's lawyers may end up proceeding with harassment. Well, do better, Seth! Alright, we need a miracle. There we go. Okay. That was rough. Amber Eye. Okay, complete garbage. There might actually... Well, not complete garbage. I just need to turn that in for a guard item. But there may still be an item in here that I can grab. Hey! Seth's ultimate weapon. That might help. Okay. I think that is actually all the dungeons on Desolus. Unless I'm misremembering, which means all we have left is Rycross. We might be needing to do, like, a full clear. A full clear of this game. But real quick, chat, it is the catting hour. So I will be right back. Behave while I'm gone. I'm gonna go feed my cat. Enjoy these boppin' tunes while I am away. Alright, I am back. And, oh yes, that does give access to Nuffoi. That might actually be better. Depending on how Nuffoi scales when cast from an item, compared to Seth's basic attack. We will definitely be experimenting to find out. And there should be 2 more dungeons here we can do, and then we're kind of done? I think? So hopefully the reward for one of them is the last ring we need. Because otherwise, I don't have a plan. So we're gonna fingers crossed that this goes well. Okay. Yeah, I think all the music in this game is really, really good. Okay. I may need to sell some stuff after this dungeon, depending on what we get. Yeah, I think some of the loops can be a little short, but to be fair, in a normal playthrough, the music would not play this long uninterrupted, because you'd get into combat. That is Ren's ultimate armor. Huzzah. Yeah, the dagger hits with the light element as well, that is true, so it may depend. Exact which one deals more damage. Because actually, I don't even know. I assume Seth has, like, Han stats? Yes. Yeah, he has much higher mental than strength. So if it scales off... If items scale off your stats, which I don't actually think they do, then it could be close. But otherwise, I think Nuffoi is going to be not as useful as just basic attacks. And bluntly, I don't think his basic attacks are going to be very good either. Because, oof. Seth is real bad. Which is a bummer, because if he had learned some better skills, he could have been useful. But, you know, we adjust, we adapt. We pick up a Stardew. Yeah, maybe in another rando he'll get... Yeah, the big problem is he only learns 4 skills, so it's really unlikely he's gonna get the skills you need. But if he got, like, Blessing, Ataraxia, Miracle, there are a lot of good skills he could have learned. Unfortunately, there's a lot more that he could learn that are not good. Which is a bummer. Anyway... Okay, so we're gonna just Poisey Bolt. If you hear a dog barking, it is because my neighbor's dog is screaming outside the door, as it sometimes does. Warcry. We're gonna Laser Barrier you, and we're gonna Swift Helm you. All right, we got the magic defense out immediately, which is good. And yeah, these are not dealing very much damage, which is not surprising to me. Their basic attack may deal more damage if it hits, because I don't have Daban, but I'm not overly concerned about it. And this is as good a time as any to test out how Nuffoy deals when Seth uses it. Nuffoy. I mean, it's probably 126... Okay, yeah, no, his basic attacks are going to deal more than 126 damage. Grimes is dealing 500, so we're doing some good damage here. Let's see how much his basic attack deals. Yeah, in a more prolonged fight, I'd probably also use the POW shield on him. 282. Okay, that's actually not terrible. It's not great, but it's actually, like, an amount of damage that is worth noting. So, good job, Seth. Motoring, that's it. That is the final ring we need. You really only have... Okay. Huzzah! We're out of here, baby. No foy, no joy. Correct. All right, so... we now have all of the rings we need to access the final dungeon in the game. However, we are going to make a quick pit stop to Dezolis, because we have some amber eyes that we can exchange for guard items. And the reason I have not done that before now is because I wanted to wait until we reach the end of the game, so I knew equipment-wise what each character was lacking. No. It's on Motivea, isn't it? I'm an idiot. Hold on. To Motivea, because I remember which town I'm trying to go to. And it's on Motivea! No. No. Wait. Do I not remember what town I'm looking for? Zima, Zosa, Nalia, Piata, Monson, Tono. Is it Jut? I didn't... No, Jut's not it. Is it Tarinko? No. Alright, we're going back to Dezolis. Because I think it is actually on Dezolis and I'm just an idiot who doesn't remember the town names. I hope everyone enjoys traveling through space, because we're doing that a lot, apparently, because I don't remember where the bleep I'm going. Okay. Of course. And of course, Raja doesn't have enough TP. Okay, Raja. Yeah, I figured that out earlier when I was, Rochelle, Ido, Uzo. Wait, it is Termite, isn't it? Am I stupid? Oh my gosh, I'm stupid. It was Termite. I'm an idiot. I walked in and got Termite confused with Nalia, which has nothing. I'm a moron. I went to the right place, thought it was wrong, and then proceeded to screw everything up. This is also not... Yes, in a pinch, Grise has enough to cast it, because that was, I discovered they increased the TP cost because Grise learned Ryuka and then couldn't cast it, and I'm like, what are you talking about? It can't be that expensive. Is it you? Nope. Wait, where's the... Oh my gosh. Telekin, are you on the page? Can you tell me where you exchange Amber Eyes? Because I thought it was here. And it's possible I'm an idiot. And have forgotten where to go for things. The non-termite... Oh gosh, now I need to Google it. Good music. We are on our way to beat the game. I just need to, Zio's Church. Oh, I'm real dumb. I'm just fully, I'm not even in the right place. Okay. Why did I think it was Termite? I'm an idiot. I knew that, too. Okay. We can do this. Thank you, Telekin. Anyway, once we are done making me look like an idiot, because I'm an idiot, we're going to be heading into the final dungeon of the game. And we'll be wrapping up, hopefully. Unless the final boss completely wrecks me, in which case, we're going to be struggling a bit. We are at a reasonable level to face the final boss, so that is a good thing at least. We're not, like, stupidly underleveled. 40 is probably the level I'd recommend. My buffs are not as good because they don't scale, but I can sell that. But we should have more than enough. The guard rod with geese are my big investment. That is an excellent point. Is that one of the things we can buy here, or do I have to find guard rod? I forget exactly how this works. Let me... It's you, right? Yes. Okay, so we have armor, mail, robe, suit, shield, and rod. So, how many Amber Eyes do I actually have? I have 1, 2, 3... 4. I have 4. Okay, let's look. Ren, I don't think I can actually get anything. Oh, I need to get... Okay, so I need a guard mail because Grise still has basic equipment. I need... I don't think I need that. Raja is good. Okay. Not 5? Is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. I only see 4. There may be 5, but I think I only have 4. Okay, Telekin, quick question. Elise, does she equip the guard rod? Or, not the guard rod. Does she equip the guard mail or the guard suit? I would assume it's mail. Let's go ahead and get a mail. I guess I can check that, because I know Grise equips the mail. This would also explain why my party has been taking so much damage. Because apparently I have not gotten any defensive equipment on most of my party. So then I want a guard mail for Elise. And then Ren has his best. Raja has the frayed mantle, which are best. So then I need a suit. Well, let's get the guard rod. So I have the guard rod, so I can cast Gisar. It won't be super great, but it will let me heal more effectively. And then I need a guard suit for Seth to get his defenses up. And if I had... Suit is Seth only. Okay. Yeah, I assume suit is for Seth and Han. Yeah. Seth and Han Suit is for only Seth in the party we have. Yes, I knew what you meant. Okay. So that means we're good. We should be good here. Let's go ahead and warp back to Malcolm. And I do need to remember to switch Seth's headgear, because he still has the Rappy Cap equipped. Oh, and I'm just gonna heads up, flashing lights warning for this entire dungeon. If you don't like flashing lights on your screen or are prone to any of the conditions that make flashing lights bad, don't look at the screen. Until we get to the boss, because, oh boy, this whole dungeon is a disaster. Yeah, it's really bad. It's so bad. Why is there an LSD dungeon? I don't know. The good thing is, if you're thinking about playing this game and you get to this point and you cannot play through this area because of the background, it's actually really easy to get through. You can just look away from the screen and push directions, and you can pretty okay navigate to it without actually looking at the screen. Yeah, no, it's something I didn't think about as a kid, and then as an adult, I was like, who okayed this? And worse flashing lights, flashing lights on flashing lights. Everything is bad here. Okay, we are into the boss fight, where things are less awful to look at. If you had looked away from the screen to avoid dying, you're probably okay to look back now. Let's see here. Where's my POW shield? Where is my POW shield? Am I an idiot? Oh, hey, you know what I didn't do? I did not actually equip the Motivea ring on Seth, so he is stuck with the Rappy. There it is. That should not have taken me that many tries. So yeah, he does not have the better the better headgear equipped, which is a little bit of a bummer, but that's okay. Yeah, this is phase 1 of the final boss. Ow. Alright, let's go ahead, recover. Alright, and we can attack. How many vortexes do I have? 17? Okay, I'm good to just attack then. $400, 402, okay. Damage is looking pretty good from everyone. Oh yeah, I will say, actually, if you have flashing light issues, you may still not want to look at the screen. Because when I crit, which happens a lot, the entire boss flashes. Sorry to anyone who is hurt by the things that are happening. I didn't design the game. Uh, 146. Okay, that's actually not terrible as far as healing goes. I also don't know why I had Raja do that when I should have had Seth do that, because Seth is kind of useless otherwise. I just used Giwat. Oh, Blade, we're into the final boss. This is phase 1. It's got a lot of mouths and eyes, and it flashes real aggressively, so please exercise caution. Yeah, and I guess I'm just gonna have you use Guard Rod every turn. And then switch back over to Nathu. I'm pretty sure PS4 was pre that Pokemon episode. Yes, almost certainly. Where we were like, yeah, just put flashing lights on screen, it's totally fine. Alright, that is phase 1 down. And yes, Keys, we're kind of killing God. We're killing anti-God. If you're afraid of spiders, this might be a problem. I don't know what this is. You might find this unpleasant. If you have any sort of spider phobia, I don't know. Yeah, the final boss is Space Satan. Okay, the final boss can one-shot Raja. That is not what I wanted in my life. You'd smash? Good for you. Let's go ahead and have you use the laser barrier. And I'm gonna have you use the Swift Helm once I find wherever it's hiding. Because Raja died, so I have to re-up all of my buffs. Okay, I don't know that that worked. Because it didn't say that it did actually do anything, so I'm thinking that Ren actually cannot use spell items. So, noted. Light shower, that should hurt, but not be too bad. Yeah, we're good. Okay. How did the randomizer handle Seth? It didn't care about him at all. It had no impact on anything. Because he doesn't join your party in the rando, that event just doesn't happen. Yeah. Anyway, naturally, the final phase of Anti-God is Hot Lady. As you might expect, we have reached the final phase of the fight, which is Hot Lady. I assume this is a surprise to literally no one. Hot Lady who also has Medjed, which is unfortunate, because that hurts a lot. Let's go ahead and recover. Should actually probably use Miracle to be safe, shouldn't I? Lame. Most evil thing in the world. A woman. Listen, it was the 90s or the 2000s, yeah. Honestly, that's kind of pretty consistent. It's a real bummer. Alright. So we need... I don't like how Raja keeps dying in one hit. It's not my favorite thing I've ever had to deal with. At least Elise has regen. Alright, let's just go Poisey Bolt. We're gonna go Miracle. You know what? I need to have you reuse Laser Barrier, don't I? For Raja. Because he just keeps dying. Guard Rod and Nathu. Okay. Yeah, that Guard Rod purchase recommendation, top tier, love it, thank you very much. Okay, so that's a problem. So canceling disables all of the buffs that you have put out into the game, which is a problem. Because depending on speed, getting those back up quickly may end up being a little bit of a problem. Pow Shield. I think Elise is the fastest character I have, so I should probably have her use Laser Barrier. You should use the Swift Helm. And you can just use Nathu. Okay, I got Laser Barrier up. That is good. And Swift Helm. Okay. So Elise and Seth are at least reasonably percentage to be faster than the boss, even without buffs. That is actually very, very good to know. Alright, you're gonna Miracle. You're gonna Vortex. You're gonna Guard Rod, and you're gonna not do. Yeah, honestly, Seth is holding his own here just by being a person who has a Guard Rod. Yeah, it's definitely one of those, if I had, like, healing on not my main damage dealer, if I had any healing at all, it would probably not be as necessary, but it is still very good to have, because Free Geesar is actually quite good. Especially, I should probably actually start using Ataraxia at some point, because Raja is running low on TP. Ow! Ow. That hurt. I don't like that you did that. Good thing I can fully heal. Icy Bolt. Okay, Seth actually is dealing a little over 300 damage, and he's not buffed. That's pretty good. Wow, Ataraxia heals so little. Restores so little TP when Grise uses it. That is... oof. It's wild Raja's not the one healing. Yeah, it feels very weird. On the other hand, he doesn't have any healing magic at all. No, 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 no. You need to use Guard Rod still. Actually, he might have, like, Res. Yeah, he has Res, and I think that's actually it. Okay. Icy Bolt. We're gonna go ahead and attack. I think it's fine. If Grise gets double tapped, I think we're still okay. If he dies, I can bring him back with regen, so I'm not super worried about it. But I think that heal gets him up high enough that he doesn't die anyway. He also might get put to sleep, which is worse, actually. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I want at all. I choose to believe he's going to wake up before I need him to wake up. I choose optimism. That's what I choose. Hey! I was not punished for my hubris. I do need you to miracle, though. To be fair, even if he didn't, I have like 8 Stardew's in my inventory, so... one way or another, I was going to get there. I actually don't know how much HP this boss has. Ooh, okay, actually, good timing on that. Because now... I think I actually need to use Ataraxia still. Because I really need to keep your MP up. Thank you for using your most worthless ability on the party. I appreciate it. Actually, I can just attack with you because no one has taken damage. Yeah, you might be right. If I run out of vortexes, it may actually make sense to switch who is healing. Because I think Seth would deal more damage with a basic attack. I'm not certain on that, but I would assume so. Than Elise does, just because Elise is only dealing good damage because she's single targeting. Ow. Rude. Alright. Let's get you Ataraxia'd up. Use regen. You won't need to heal, so just attack. Because how much damage is he doing? It doesn't matter. We did it! Woo! Huzzah! I don't remember if the screen's going to be flashing soon, so maybe be mindful of that, if that is a problem that you face. Actually, I'm almost certain it does, but that's it. We did it. Chat, we completed the rando, and it only took 3 hours and 40 minutes, which was a little longer than I expected, but not like unreasonably long. Definitely very much within... oh yeah, and we get to see where all the items were. I forgot, they removed the ending cutscene and just... Yeah, thanks for putting a titanium axe in the anger tower. Stardew and Color Scarf. Okay, I think the Color Scarf is what gives access to the Esper Mansion. I'm trying to think if there's any place we didn't complete. I'm kind of thinking, let's watch through the credits and see if there was anything we missed. I don't think we did. That was funny. Gumbius had the Silver Mantle. I definitely picked that up. The Hanger had the Snow Crown, and then I sold it because I'm an idiot. Got the Arrow Prism. Curran had the Ice Digger. Badea Tower had the Power Shield, which was very good for Gryze's damage. Mile Ranch, I know we did that. Malcolm had an eye. I'm very curious to see if anything here... I'm trying to think if there's anything we didn't do. I think there was like 1 or 2 dungeons left that I did not do. Psychic Suit? Yeah, we got that, but it was too late. Nervous had a ring, so I know we did that. Listen, Seth was useful in that he had a decent agility and could use items like everyone else could. So, you know what? Good for him. So apparently the Snow Crown itself is a decent head accessory, but the real benefit is if you use it in combat. Oh, I didn't think about it, but the melee dagger was in the Soldier Island. Photon Eraser, that was the one. I didn't do Strength Tower, so I never got Ren's ultimate weapon. But the Snow Crown is a decent headgear, but actually it, when used in combat, uses a spell that boosts everyone's defense. Which means it's very good, and I didn't realize that and sold it like an idiot. Are there any combos that you used regularly? In the rando? No. I used to use combination attacks a lot as a youth, but I have found that they are just more work than they are actually useful, because usually if you just select commands, they do more anyway. Fantastic time spelled with a PH. Fantastic. Well, that was very fun. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope everybody enjoyed this one-stream randomizer of Phantasy Star IV. Yeah, that was really fun. It's always nice to revisit a game from my youth, and it seemed like a lot of people also enjoyed it. Yeah, combination attacks are very cool in theory, but in practice, they aren't actually that useful. In my experience. But yeah, Wednesday we'll be continuing the Tactics Ogre playthrough. That's what we're doing. Where we're in the middle of something. I don't even remember what we're doing. We're doing something in Tactics Ogre. And next week, I haven't decided, but we may be starting the Dark Souls 2 randomizer, aka the worst Souls randomizer that exists. And if you want to know what a painful experience Dark Souls 2 randomizer is, that'll probably be next week unless I decide on something else as like a one-off before we dive into that, because I think Dark Souls 2 is going to take a bit. But should be very fun. So I hope everybody had a good time. Thanks for stopping in. And enjoy your long weekend for those who have a long weekend. And have a safe trip home, everybody.